Hey, what's going on, everybody? Come on in the house. Hey, what's going on, Mr. Walter? Hey, what's going on, Almendo? How are you guys? Got the new, checking out the new screen here. So we got the cam. So what's up, everybody? How's everybody doing? Yeah, Peter, we're not actually live in multiplayer today, so sorry about that. Let me know if music's too loud, if any of the other stuff going on here is a little too much. Just let me know. I'm just going to do a few things here as we set up. Just figured I'd get in and say I have a few minutes here just to say hey. So let's turn that off. I'm going to set a few things up. Yeah, there we go. There's a nice little title screen there. Woo! Music's a bit loud. Okay, that's fine. Let me know what those are so I can make some adjustments there. All right, there we go. So we pulled that down a little bit. So I hope everybody's doing well. So what's up, Peter, Blue Type, Almendo, Brian, Debo, Budimir, what's going on? Hope everybody's doing well. It's a little loud. Music's a little loud. It's a little loud. Perfect. All right, cool deal. Hey guys, about 2.5 minutes. So welcome to episode 2 here of Oregon Springs. Hope everybody's doing well. A few new things. Let's do let's just do a little bit of stuff here in the very beginning. So we've got chat obviously running here on the right side. Down on the bottom, obviously, donations, top donators, latest subscribers, and obviously our subscriber goal. Everything's a little self-explanatory. So we're running 3101 tonight, which is really awesome. We've been doing really well here the past couple of weeks. So as you can see, also Full Tilt there at Twitter and Full Tilt Gaming on Facebook, as well as our brand new Steam community, FTG United. About said that wrong. And also just I got a little other tag right here. Full FTG United there. Use that hashtag, commenting to other videos, anything like that. Use that for what it is, especially on Twitter. Use that on all the stuff. That way everything gets tagged back into to FTG United. So it's always good to see those hashtags doing well. And obviously right here, the FTG News sponsors are now live. Thank you there, Peter Watson. Appreciate that, buddy. So we've got you've got all the new live stream. Ask me about it here in details. If anybody comes and wants to be a sponsor here, I believe it's $4.99. There's a big old green button up there. So if you want to sponsor, it's definitely definitely an easy way to support me, and it's a little better than having to come up with super chats and all this other stuff here throughout the week. It's a recurring, so you can stop anytime you want to, or you keep it up. So it'll be a good way to support. That's a little bit like I always say. I'd rather have 50 people give $5 rather than one person give 50. That's just, you know, that's always better that way. I like this new music. Hope you guys are. So let's see, Farm Sim 17, couple things coming up here. So tomorrow night, depending on time-wise, tomorrow night we're going to roll out with some JCB or ATS. I figured I wanted to do one more Oregon Springs and get one more episode in with the wheel and kind of see where we're at. I've got the wheel set up. I've got a few things on here, not a lot, but we'll check and see how that stuff is. We are good, Almendo. So thanks for that, man. Appreciate you asking here. 15-second countdown, and let's do some farming here on Oregon Springs. Wonderful map, episode 2 coming at you here live in about 5 seconds. It's kind of cool. I like it. All right, here we go, coming at you. And here we are. Welcome back, everybody. Thanks for hanging out here for our 4 minutes. Some people say, well, it's too long to start a live stream, but it gives everyone at least a chance to get in here, especially if they're not previously, involved in doing something. So I've got a few things. Let me show you around the cab of my tractor tonight, literally. So I got a couple of things going. I'm gonna grab the cam here. Let's see. Let me do it like this. All right. So one of the things we got the G29 here, as well as controller, keyboard stuff. This is the big one I wanted to talk about. Now this is the Rocat Power Grid. Now I'm going to be using the Rocat Power Grid tonight. As you can see, it does do a certain litany of things that connects in with my PC. And so we can run beacons, we can run your activations, your fold, unfolds, lower and raise. There you can see all your switching vehicles. Now some of these are active, some of them aren't, but all of our start, engine stops, pipe ins and out. So these are all your general default controls here. Now it will not do custom commands that are inside, like if you're running a crane control or something like that. It's a little bit, sound is cracking. Okay, well let me just, I'll pull the mic out, reset here. But anyway, that's what's that on the Rocat. So if you guys, we'll try to put that in a little bit there and try to get that in as we're using things. And but if you see me reaching for stuff here on the table, that's what I'm going to be reaching for. So let's do that. Let me just double check connections here. All right, so let me know how that is. I hope that's better blue type. There's about 3 connections on that one thing, so we'll see. Hey, what's going on, Mr. Coffee? How are you there, buddy? And Blue, it's always great to see you as well. So, all right, so we're going to be trying to use, let me get everything in the camera there. So we will be using, sounds good? All right, good deal. Oh, no problem there, Brian. All right, so get that set. So we'll be doing a little bit of racing. No, not really. We ain't going to be racing. Rocking and rolling. All right, so I'm going to be using a few things mouse. We'll be using, like I said, the Rocat. That's pretty cool. So we'll let's go ahead and let's go down. So today, let's actually get to farming. So we'll do some farming here. We've got fields to clear. We've got new stuff to plant. I did figure out what was wrong with the John Deere seeder, so we'll go back and get us one of those. It was kind of a little workaround on Pro Seed, so I was like, all right, so as long as we know what the workaround is, I can deal with it. It's not the end of the world. So anyway, let's hop in our brand new branded 3500 Chevy Silverado here, courtesy of Mr. Nick T here, the Rat Pack, hooking us up here, and also Brian White with a little bit of the modifications with the passenger script on this vehicle as well. So a couple of really good guys doing something and helping FTG out here. So great logos there, as well as our hashtag FTGUnited. So let's see that. So what I'm going to do is go ahead and get here, and then let's go ahead and file up, and let's start stop. Now I'm doing that on the iPad, which is pretty cool. And then I've got a gas brake, wheel, all that good stuff. So beacon control, let's see, blinkers, hazards, so you can set it all up. It's pretty cool. So I'll be pulling a little bit of double duty. We'll be doing some things rolling back here with the controller. But most of the driving commands and most of the viewpoint stuff is all up here with me. And then what we have here on the Rocat. So it should be kind of nice. We'll just kind of continue where we were yesterday. We were doing a few things down here with the Kloss harvesters. And I want to get out and test one of our other, we got a 40th edition CR990, which is a step under the 10. So we got it up and downloaded, got it put in the other day. So it should be kind of cool to see that all working now and in good frame here. So let's see. I think I was about to say, we'll take the scenic route around because it looks like I took one too late. All right, so we'll take a left here. So, okay, so the app, it's called Rocat. So let me put it here in chat. So y'all, sound goes off, it's okay. So this is what you want to Google. Now I'm going to be doing a video on setting up the Rocat here, so all this can be done. So it's kind of, you can really get away from some of the control bindings and have some things here, which is, it's kind of cool. So it gives you your own little things. You can access the map, the shop, cruise control can all be done out of there. Menus, you name it, it can be done. When will I be doing a multiplayer? I don't know. I do a lot of multiplayer with it. It's just that sometimes I like to do things a little bit solo, and it gives me a good opportunity to connect with everybody here that's in stream. So you see a lot of our sunflowers, they've all cooked, man. They're done. At some point I would love to get me like a small little joystick here, like a little sidewinder or something here that I can plug in and use this for telehandler controls, that I can use it like in the harvesters, put things up the way they're really supposed to be. That way you control the headers and the header heights and all that other stuff. I think that would be really awesome to use some of that. So alright, so here is our class. So let's go ahead and let's see, turn our engine off here via our Rocat. Bada bing, and then we'll use this, and we'll go ahead and hop out over here, and we'll hop into the class here, get it all set up. Alright, so one thing I don't like is the steering is good. I spent some time getting the sensitivity and the dead zones right, so it actually feels pretty doggone good. I can't really complain. I think what I'm gonna do here. Alright, so let's see if the attach and detach work. Yeah, probably work. Yeah, just better doing it on. I do have attach. I've got basically X, circle, square, and triangle all set up on here. So I don't really have a lot of the other modifier keys. Most of those are done here. If not, I can grab it on my controller, no problem. Shouldn't be anything too complicated. Hey, what's going on there, Mr. Greg? How are you, bud? And what's up, Mr. Ryan? How are you? Alright, let's see. Only bad thing is it's kind of hard to look around. I'll tell you what, let's just let's unfold everything here. Whoops, wrong one. There we go, forgot which modifiers those were. Alright, so there's that, and let's go ahead and go back in. The joysticks are overrated. Yeah, right. Fix the mirror. I don't know that I can. You talking about these over here? I assume that's what you're talking about. You can't fix them inside this one.
Hey there, guy.
Wow.
Sound muted.
That was in TeamSpeak. Somebody come in. Somebody get their guy. Wow. Woo! All right. Hey, what's up, Chris? How are you there, bud? Yeah, I don't think these are adjustable. At least I don't. Let me look in the IC control. I don't think these are. So open the coolers, the engine, open side, yeah, that, and that is activate the wiper and cab light. So yeah, these mirrors don't. They are where they are. They're stationary. Some of these you can. One of the ones that I do have, it does allow you to fix them, but this one not. So that's the one thing I wish they would bring into this game, would be the availability to fix your mirrors and to adjust them to whatever, you know, your control field of view, anything like that. It'd be awesome to be able to have that control over it, but you know, they don't. So it is what it is. Hey, what's up, Robert? How are you there, bud? Alright, so let's try to get around these trees here and get around to this canola field. We did some canola yesterday, so we'll be doing the same thing today. Go ahead and clean up some of these, and then we'll plant some new wheat fields, some new things that are coming in here on the other one. So let's just go ahead and let's see what we can do here. Tell you what, let me switch that, make it a little bit easier. There we go. That's a little. So Rocat there turns on, so everything goes in. Our combine signals come up. Everything is good to go. So this is pretty cool. I will say, if anybody out there is debating on whether or not a steering wheel helps accent your farming, let me just tell you, it does, very much so. And using something like with the ground response mod, absolutely fantastic. I mean, you really do kind of get the feel that you're rocking and rolling through the field, and you've got ruts, you've got, you know, rain ditches, whatever it's in here. Is pretty nice. I kind of thought, you know, we'll always just use, always use the controller. Now, I may actually try to map out and do some more mappings to this and make them match the controller. I think I probably will do that, because this has been a lot of fun. I kind of did this the last minute on the fly, so now we'll see it. One thing I didn't do, welcome anybody here that's new. I always do that, and I've been forgetting here with our kind of our new system setup there. So yeah, anyway, it's great having everybody here. So if you haven't, go ahead and hit that subscribe button if you're enjoying what you're seeing here. It's got a lot more farming, trunking, ETS, ATS, JCB. JCB's neither gonna be tomorrow night or ATS tomorrow night. I'm still on the fence. I kind of had a really great time setting up the map yesterday. So I thought, you know what, man, I'm just going to roll Oregon Springs. I figured there was some people calling for JCB, but I was like, I don't think they'll be too upset if I do some farming tomorrow night. So that's why we're back on Oregon tonight. Hey, what's up, JP? You'll be on just a bit saying hi. Well, hey, how are you? Good to see you as always there, bud. Hey, what's up, Brandon? Oh, nice, man. Very good there, Chris. So this is one of those deals where it definitely helps having the curved fields. It definitely helps add on to the realism. And you know, most people would say, well, how real is it there with the steering wheel and Farm Sim? I like it. I like it. This is my first time actually really doing it, so I'm glad I've got it on wheel cam there, and it's got a little bit of me in the frame too. So this is definitely pretty cool. I mean, the only thing that would make this better is to have, you know, like track IR. That way I could just look and see opposite ends here of the combine and not have to worry so much about the others. So reverse is not too bad. It's not too sensitive. I don't really feel like I've got any kind of a big problem with it. We do have the chop straw mod as well, so it's chopping all of our remains out the back there and just kind of spreading them out. Use that as a fertilizer to till all that grain back up into the ground there. So definitely cool, man. Depending on which way you want to run, I mean, certainly, you know, I can run out here and do this one. What's up, Mr. Walter? But I think this thing will control the pipe. Yeah, so just showcasing this off a little bit. So y'all see the Rocat power app. So right here is the pipe in and out. So when I hit that, there it comes back in. So also, actually, let me just the idle gets really high on this. So let me showcase this. So some people would probably like this. So right here, the Rocat actually logs into the computer and actually gives me all my statistics of what I'm running, my processes, RAM info, net usage, all my C drives, E drives, D drives, stopwatches, timers. I mean, it's literally got a little bit of everything, and this is all hooked into my computer. So I've got like the Farm Sim app, and I've also got like the GPS app on here as well. Now it's in German, but it does work. So if you want to flip up GPS, boom, it's right there. Pretty cool stuff. So we're going to be doing a video on that just to give you a little sneak peek of what it is. I'll explain where to grab everything, where to grab the apps, and then how to download it, how to set everything up, how to get it working and rolling, and it's free. So you can download the software. You get 2 slots there for your games. It works with ETS, it works with ATS, Farm Sim, works with it all. So it's good, man. Oh, what's up, Peter? Well, I'm glad that you're a virgin streamer, or streamette. Well, I don't know what you'd really call that. So anyway. Now, the cool thing is, at some point, you know, we can go back and check our informational screens, roll some chat up in there, take a little break, go grab something to drink, whatever. It'd be nice having this new setup here. I'm really liking this. It's a lot of fun. So it keeps me in the frame of things, and, you know, lets everybody know. And speaking of which, so let me go ahead and do this, because I want to make sure we put the news out there. I don't know if the news updated. We'll just make sure it did here. Let's see, FTG News, text file. Yes, there we go. All right. Keep on going. Yeah, I think I saw you today. Yeah, we did a little ETS today. That was nice. I enjoy ETS. It's, you know, some people have their preferences, but I personally like that one a little bit more than ATS sometimes. It's unfortunate we don't have a, you know, a very big watch base on ETS, but I enjoy it just because it's different. I asked me a question. Well, you can certainly, if it's you know, public and if it's you can certainly ask that question here, Robert. I'll be more than happy to answer that for you there, bud. Hey, what's going on, Mr. Zach? How are you? Good to see everybody. If we got anybody new, welcome here to Livestream. Welcome to FTG. Welcome to a brand new stream section here. We've got a lot of new stuff here, so I'm excited to kind of unveil this. A little bit of a new spin. We do have sponsors are now active, so if you want to sponsor the channel here, feel free to, but obviously no obligation to. But it does separate yourself out. You get a nice little emoticon there beside your name, and once we get some more sponsors, we'll have some things that usage of emojis and other stuff that only you will have access to, that the regular bits of stream won't. But you know, a lot of that stuff, people say that's hokey and it's not really necessary, and probably to a certain extent it's not. But it is really, at the end of the day, it's all about just support. So I appreciate what you guys are here. And moderators, you guys always do an awesome job. So thank you guys for your support in whatever form that it comes in. Super chats, donations, sponsors, whatever. Just want to make sure it's the first day that all this is rolled out. So just want to make sure I push that and make sure I don't lose you guys to other channels. So that's all, man. What's up, Jerry's? How are you? Evil Clown 333. Hope you guys are doing well. I'm not sure what you mean by post on your YouTube there, Peter. What's a good wheel with the pedals and shifters? Okay, there's really only two kinds. There's the Logitech and then there's Thrustmaster. Thrustmaster probably has more, I'd say Thrustmaster probably has more options, to cheaper to more expensive. Logitech is generally going to be, it's generally going to be this. You get an Xbox version and a PS4 version. You really don't have multiple versions of different ones. So that's the, you just got to go with that understanding going into it. You know, but after that, I mean, you know, it's just like the rest of them. It comes down to personal preference, price, budget. Some of these wheels and combos and shifter prices can get up to $900, $1,000. But you know, if you're going to stay in that $300 range, which is about what this costs, if you're going to stay in that range, then Thrustmaster and Logitech both make wheels at that price range. So I think it comes down to what you want the look to be, the functionality. Both of them had force feedback. Both of them have good gear shifters, although I like the Thrustmaster gear shifter a little bit more. So personal preference, man. Is that you? Hi. Yeah, that's me, man. You mean like basically host the stream? You know, I don't really. I would say no for right now until I do more research on that. I know you can host, but you have to have, I believe, my stream key. But if you're planning on doing a screen capture and all that, I mean, I would say rather not. I appreciate the thought, though. I do appreciate the thought. I don't want them to think I'm just being a jerk. Yay! There's is that Eber Valorant Morales or Eber? Thank you, man. Appreciate this subscription. Got the old tractor crank back in there, so got subs, donations, all that stuff's back, and I got some cool. I really want someone to sponsor tonight. I'm no pressure, but I've got a really cool sound effect that I actually had downloaded and put in for JCB Pioneer, which hopefully someone would. It would be awesome, a little bit more awesome to have that one be the big sponsor logo sound, you know, whenever someone subscribes. But it's pretty. In the words of Chris Pinto, it's pretty dank and lit. Catch up on all these young people terms. Is this a wave? Ah, yeah, it's a wave. Good stuff. So the other, you get PC version. Might want to clarify that, Robert. I'm not. Yeah. This is zombie. Yeah, I don't think my sponsors aren't zombie killers. At least they shouldn't be, not unless one rolled across here and I didn't catch it. That's an awesome sound for, yeah. That was my tractor one. I've been meaning to change that. So I typically will roll those subscription and donation alerts and all that other stuff. I'll roll those down depending on what game I'm playing. And so what perfect better one to have than a tractor cranking up, you know? All right, so I am loving the wheel. I gotta say, harvest all day long. You guys are probably like, Walter's probably going, I cannot believe that FTG is literally out there harvesting the field by himself, manually, in cab. But yeah, doing it with steering wheel, man, it's a-okay. So the other thing with the Rocat here, if you're just joining us here, I'm talking about this lovely iPad and iPhone app. You don't have to have an iPad, but it can do all your blinkers. It can change the cameras. It can hire the workers. It can fold, unfold, lower, raise. What else we got? Switch engine starts, get in and out, loading the implements. So, you know, going up and loading them with seed. Force unload, regular unload. We can access all other kinds of stuff. Well, let's see if the sound comes through. Hoping. Please, please, please. Waiting on that sound. Yes! Yes! And there was no sponsor alert. Oh no! Okay, so we gotta fix that right now. So thank you there, Mr. Greg Allen, my first sponsor. So that is awesome, man. That is much appreciated. Oh, and I know why it didn't go. So we will, okay, we're going to replay that one. So I think I can replay it from here. I know this is the first time I've done this. This is kind of exciting for me. So you guys just cut me some slack here. I don't care if you get mad. All right, web display. All right, sponsored. Okay, that yada, yada, yada. And let's move this down a little bit. All right, so I think this goes there. We're going to take a stab on this, whether or not this is actually right. So let's make this live again, and let's replay that maybe. Yeah, there it is. Woo! All right. Thank you there, Greg. Appreciate that, man. I had to get that right, man. I had to get it right. So it should stay up there, and it should clear itself. It should. There it goes. All right. Awesome. Well, thank you, man. Numero uno, Greg. So thank you, man, for your support. Greg's with me, been with me for just about the, he's been with me from almost the beginning. Greg, Ryan, Chuck, JP was there pretty early too. Michael Lee, he's another one that's been there from one of the start and get-goes. So it's so awesome to have you guys that have been literally kind of a part of this community for a long time. So Greg, sometimes, bro, we've got to go, we got to get on the farm, man. We got to get you on the TeamSpeak and get you farming, doing some stuff with us, man. I'd love it. Well, thanks, Ryan. I'll get a pass. Well, thank you, buddy. Appreciate it. And see, Mr. Greg gets a new little emblem there. So a shield with the star through his name separates himself out. And once we get some more sponsors, you'll have some emojis that you can play out there, Greg, and use that. But he gets a special little symbol by his name, and then he'll be able to continue to use all of the benefits of a sponsor. And at some point we'll do some sponsorship stuff to where you guys can come and we'll do like you can come farm with it. So it'll be like a sponsorship only deal where we just invite sponsors in, have you guys come do some special like live streams and maybe some giveaway live streams, just being a part of what has really been a part of the pillars of the community. So and the biggest supporters there. So thank you, man. I appreciate that, Greg. Hey, what's going on, Mr. Jacob? Yes, that is correct. And it's not too bad. Well, I'm on the iPad mini, so that may make a big difference there, Ryan. I've used the iPad mini on there, so it doesn't have the same nasty resize. I bet on a full-size iPad, it's probably not the prettiest, so you may be right on that. Well, thank you there, Peter. Appreciate that, man. Peter says, GTG, that's neither got to go or, what's the other one? Gotta go FTG, what was the other one? Go get, oh, no, never mind. Is this YouTube like work for you live streaming? It has been the past couple of weeks. YouTube has really been nasty the past couple of weeks to a lot of the live streamers. I know, you know, some people always complain about views when things are changing. But you know when the big boys that make big money are complaining that something's up. So I'm hoping that now that they rolled sponsorships out for everyone to over 1,000 subscribers, I'm hoping that things will kind of start to settle it down a little bit and we can kind of get back into it. You know, there for a while, I mean, I was talking about last night, you know, we had not a single video, at least upwards to about 7 or 8 videos ago, not a single video was less than 1,000 views after the first week. And now we've been in this kind of slump for like a week and a half, and I've not a single video over 500 views. And I've done some really cool stuff and showing off some really cool stuff, and it's just not happening. So, you know, hopefully things will kind of start to balance back. Whoops, and we are full. Well, I hope it does. We started at 30 frames, so if things seem a little more jumpier than normal, that's exactly why. So let's go ahead. Let's using a RoCat app here. So let's look. I'm just going to look at this and make sure. Sure that. Sure. Let's turn that on. What else we got? I just want to get out. Where is that? There it is. Get out of there. Do everything with it. Got beacons and everything running. So. We can jetty on down this way. We'll go grab our Colossus with our and we'll go ahead and get this baby filled up. And start stop. And let's go ahead and get our IC control. So we'll click that out. Turn that on. And well, let's not jinx it. I know it's actually been good. Hey, what's going on, VA? How about that? I'll just call you by your initials there. Oh, the family's doing good there. JCap Games 93. Hope you're doing well, man. Good to see you. All right, let's see where we're at here. This thing should automatically. There we go. So one thing that some of these, if you're a PC guy and you notice that some of these trackers have, I guess the only way to say it is they have like this really weird bounce inside the cab. Usually the overall modifier is the 6 key, not the numpad 6, but the other 6, and that takes care of that that cabin shake that they have. Not all of them have it, but if they are fitted with it, then you'll definitely see it pretty bad. Now, some of these, because they all work in correspondence with the. Yeah, I can see a big difference there when I hit that 6 key. So some of them are better. I think the New Hollands that I have, those especially, are pretty bad. They actually have that cabin filter stuff in them already. So just a little tidbit of info there. It's a little bit worse with the ground response mod as well. Okay, let's go ahead and let's cut some things off. All right, we'll start and stop that. There we go. And we'll hop back in here. Pipe back in. And we'll turn our beacons back, our hazards off, and our beacons off. And we'll activate again. There we go. Woo! All that was done on the iPad mini. It's a RoCat power grid. You probably saw some apps come up a few days ago, or a few weeks ago anyway. So that's kind of cool to see some stuff like that come in. It's kind of long been overdue, but it's great with ATS, ETS. It works great. A lot of the other games like PUBG, even Black Ops, I mean Call of Duties, the Battlefields, all of them have RoCat apps. I mean, there's pretty much, if it's got a lot of commands and a lot of joystick assignments, even like FSX, there's some for that, for RoCat Grid as well on there. So pretty cool stuff. I think this game was about $39 when I got it. I got it when it first came out. So I think it was about $39, and sometimes you find it on a sale, you can get it for about $29, but that's about as cheap. The DLC is usually around $15 for Big Bud. Coon DLC is about $12, I think, somewhere give or take in that neighborhood. Is that Vincat? You can call me Vincat. All right, Vincat. Vincat, you shall be. Well, thanks, Greg. Appreciate that. As you see, Greg's got a special little icon there separating himself out. He is a sponsor of the channel, so tipping the hat for you there, Greg. Appreciate it, man. All right, sounds good there, Robert. Yeah, we got Twitch is up. I haven't put anything up, but I'm looking at the water. So if you're interested in Twitch, it's on Full Tilt Gaming there. So if you want to look at that as well. And I'm gonna look at one thing here. My looking for my news here is not up on the top here. So there we go. All right, so here we go. Yeah, now we're cooking with some gas. So there you go. So there's all of our stuff. Good. Glad it's all working now. Whew. Yes, Jacob, we will be doing Platinum Edition, so we'll be streaming that out with myself. Anything here on live stream, as well as I'm sure we'll be doing some really cool stuff there with Raptor. If you guys have not, go subscribe to Raptor and start looking at his new farm sim stuff. You know, there's always a crew out there that says, oh, well, you only do the fun stuff. You only do, like, you know, we do a bunch of crazy stuff on there. We just did when we set up the longest conveyor belt train again. and did some things with that. It was really cool. I actually didn't get into that one just because I couldn't at the time that we did it. But we've been doing some really good farming stuff and kind of getting back to the basics of farming, and it's actually really kind of got me inspired to get back on and do some farm sim stuff here on the channel, which you gotta know that I was inspired if I gave up ATS tonight or JCB to come do farming. So it's been really fun, and there's a lot of guys that say, hey, I just want to see you get back and do farming, get back and get back and have a good time with it. So just kind of keeping you guys in the know there. Go check some of that stuff out. Go check out the newest latest videos. We've been clear cutting a field there. It was Michael E's idea, and he clear cut and planted some farms there in Emerald Valley, and I was like, that would be awesome. It'd be something new. It'd give us a bunch of content that we could roll out. It'd be something kind of fun and exciting, and just something different to do with the game, at least until we wait for the DLC Platinum stuff to come out. So once that comes out, I'm sure we'll be doing some big old crazy stuff, but I'm sure we're honestly going to be going back and doing some really cool farming stuff. So if you guys are looking for another good series farming sim, go watch them. Go ahead and comment on there. Tell them FTG sent you, or find the next live stream and come in there and say hey to me. It's always great to see guys and fans and friends and stuff come in there and say hey. It's, makes the guy blush. YouTube is behind. Yeah, it's about 7. I was running a very low latency last night, or ultra low, and YouTube kind of it cut on us twice during the live stream. So I went ahead and put it up to low, which is back to normal where it used to be. So we're going to try that tonight and see how that does. If that does much better, then I'm cool with that. Alright, so I guess at some point you could run, I guess you could run some GPS in here. This one doesn't even, it's not even set with it. We've been doing the Follow Me mod, which is actually really cool. I wanted to try to get some of our wheat up and growing. We planted some yesterday. We're going to plant some more on another field tonight. We'll do a little bit more harvesting here. And I don't know if we harvest this whole field, because if I remember correctly, yeah, see, this is 20. This is pretty big. So we may, just trying to think here. We may move back in over, we might move back in over at field 17. Maybe see if we can't finish that one. And then I wouldn't mind cutting some grass today, because we've got some really, I've just got too much to do tonight. That's really what the main problem is. Yes, we are doing canola there, Zach. And Greg, this one, gosh, man, I want to say the wheel I got on eBay, and I got the wheel for about, I'll say I got the wheel for about $270, give or take, and the shifter was $49.99. So for a roughly $300. Now the PS4 is usually a little bit more expensive, but the PS4 has some more functions on the wheel itself. They've got more modifier keys, as well as this little nice little scroll wheel and another thumb button down there. So they actually have a few more things. Everything plugs into the wheel, which is the cool thing. So if you do buy the Logitech shifter and the wheels and pedals, everything plugs into the wheel, and then one USB comes off and plugs into the computer, so you don't have, you're not taking up 3 or 4 slots, which is kind of nice. So we've got this is going really well. I think we'll try this one right here, and then we can activate that. Yes, Zach, we do know Raptor. I'm over here in Raptor's TeamSpeak, a featured channel with him. We do a lot of farming with him. We do mostly farming, but we also do ATS and ETS live streams. I'm involved with those with him as well. So it's been very, very good for me. Hopefully it's been beneficial for him. I definitely have tried to plug in and do as much as I can and be as helpful as I can. And I tell you, he's really he's really came in and done a lot of things for me and helped promote me. And that's the one thing. People don't normally know who people are in their live stream personas and stuff, but he's one guy that I've really gotten to know pretty well, and somebody that I'm glad to call my friend. So I think that's always been the really cool thing about gaming, is whether you've got 250,000 subscribers, whether you've got 3,000 like myself, there's a mutual respect for what we both do in the live stream field. So that just goes to show what kind of a guy he is, and what kind of stand-up, how he is with dealing with just people in general. So it's been absolutely a great relationship for me. I'm glad that I'm there. It's a great community, so that's why I always push. You know, you guys want to know if you want to play and you want to do those things. You know, seriously, come hang out with us. We're all just normal guys. As long as you're not bringing the ice, which usually just means, you know, just come and chill and hang out. You know, be who you are. That's what FTG is all about. So anybody's welcome as long as everyone shows everyone mutual respect. We're good to go. All right, 2 nights in a row, and Michael with the wheel. We got it all hooked up there for you, bro. So we're doing a little bit of steering here, actually manually harvesting a field just for Michael Lee. Woo! Yeah, we do ATS, Zach. I do ATS too. We've got a lot of ATS videos up, live streams, and a few other things. So we do things completely modded out. At least I do. I love modding both of those games. We're doing a lot of that, a lot of ETS mods, pro mods. We use Project West and a bunch of other stuff there with ATS. So I'm definitely going to do an ATS stream this week. I kind of pushed things off because I wanted to get back on Oregon Springs for one more night in a row. See how viewership did, doing, you know, a couple of more farming series here together and not just kind of always spacing off to a different game. Trying a few things out. Just trying to kind of feel my way and throw some bait in the waters of YouTube and see what hits. So yeah, we'll definitely do that, Chris. I'm kind of thinking tomorrow, if I get it set up, I think tomorrow we may go ahead and roll. Might roll some JCB tomorrow night. I really want to do it again because I enjoy it. And I think you guys, if you gave it an honest shot, it'd be like, you know, I think you would enjoy the building part and maneuver around there on Mars. It's a lot of fun. I enjoy it. And we're getting ready to start upgrading some vehicles, so we're just about up there to where we can start, you know, doing some nice stuff. Well, thank you there, Zach. And if we got anybody new here, welcome here to the channel. Welcome to Full Tilt Gaming. As you see, we got all of our info up there on the top, and also news. So that news is going to be updated here, neither during the live stream if there's news to give, or if we've got things coming up, or we've got new stuff in there. And what's up there right now is we got new sponsorships. So if you want, it's a $4.99, I believe, $3.99 or $4.99. So if you want to sponsor the channel, go ahead and feel free to, although it does not required. Nothing like that ever is, but it's just another way to support. And what the sponsorship does is it allows, you'll basically have your stuff will be taken off the same card that you use for Super Chats. It'll come through every single month. So instead of you having to remember to do Super Chats or do donations or, you know, whatever else, it's just a $4.99 fee that comes out every month. And it just goes to support me, so that'll go into my account there as a sponsorship. And like Mr. Greg's got there, you'll get a nice little icon there by your name. You'll have some power here in the chat as well, and you'll also have emoticons. You know, I know it's something small. Some people may not care about them, but it's cool. I mean, you're always supporting, and then you kind of are recognized even more by being able to use custom emotes that only you get to use as a sponsor. So I thought it was kind of cool. I mean, it's very Twitch. So if anybody likes Twitch and does a lot of Twitch, it's very similar to what Twitch has been doing for, I mean, Lord knows, years. What's the Satex product? Well, you talking about the farm wheel and stuff? I know it didn't get very good reviews. Now the side panel is something that I've looked into because it does have a small joystick there and has a list of load of buttons that are programmable. I would leave that up to you. I've just heard that the pedals are very flimsy, they're very poorly made, and the wheel itself is kind of the same. So you know, when you look at the G29, man, it's got real leather and it feels good. I mean, it's not a huge full-size car steering wheel, but for what it is, it feels really solid. And from what I could see and what I could tell from reviews and stuff from the other Satex stuff, they were selling that right before 17 came out. They kind of threw it together, they flopped it out there, and I think it just flopped as a product because people started doing reviews on it and they were like, yeah, this thing ain't all that good. So people stopped buying it. I agree there, Greg. I like the side panel as well. All right, so there is my mod there. I've got a Combine Signals is the name of it. It's PC mod, but it does let me know when we're 25, 50, and 75. So automatically look and know I'm 75% full. It's a cool little side mod. So I think we'll make another lap or so, and then we're going to move off to another field and do something else. I'm not sure how much enjoyment you guys get of watching me drive circles around a field, but this has been kind of fun for me, just being able to use the wheel. And it's pretty much dead zone is, I mean, sensitivity wise, it's literally right up there with the actual Colossus steering wheel with the logo up there. I mean, when I turn, it's almost degree for degree the exact same. So you got the full 900 degrees of rotation there. So well, good, Zach. Well, you'll definitely enjoy being around here at FTG every now and again. That's pretty much all we do is sim stuff, and I've got to do some work on the computer. I installed some software that basically kicked out my command prompt to be able to install drivers like I needed for my pedestal base for X-Plane. So now that I've got a camera, well, no, actually I've got stuff over there in the way. I'd say maybe on the next live stream I'll show you what I've been talking about with X-Plane. So I'm going to have to do a reinstall, so I'm working on backing up all my files into folders and filing all that stuff, because I'm going to have to do a Windows reinstall to fix a few of the registry files that are missing. So just going to do a blanket reinstall, just kind of clean it up again, and then kind of go back over, delete the stuff that I don't want, and then reinstall some of the programs I don't want to keep, and obviously Steam and all those kind of games in my mod folders. I definitely want to keep all that stuff because some of that is very custom, so make sure I don't lose it. So once I do that, I'll be able to kind of get back on the road and continue, because right now the buttons and joysticks work, but none of the displays and the LEDs and all the other stuff on the base doesn't work. So whenever that happens, X-Plane is going to be coming back around the bend. It just does not affect Steam for whatever reason. It only affects when I'm trying to install drivers and USB drivers and that kind of stuff, which is frustrating, but just something I gotta deal with. What's up, Loaded Gun? How are you? Hope you keep that thing holstered. Spigot. Racing games, yes, J-Camp. This will plug right into a PS4 and work natively, because I've already tried it, and it does. I actually was on Drive Club, so if the game is there and it's got force feedback usability for I use mine on Drive Club, but if you're planning on using it like a racing game, like a Gran Turismo Sport's coming out, Project Cars 2 is fixing to drop again, any of those games that support a wheel for racing, yeah, it'll work with it. And there's an Xbox version as well, so anybody that does not know about those things, the Xbox, the 920 is the Xbox version. It'll work just as clear as day on it. Well, thank you there, Zach. Appreciate it. So watching me do the harvesting is pretty good. Yeah, it's pretty good with the steering wheel. If I was just sitting here with the controller, it'd be like, wow, I can't believe this guy's manually harvesting with the controller. But yeah, the steering wheel makes it a little better. Plus the cam, I kind of figured out, now that we've got it up and running, it's a little bit more interactive, so you can kind of see what I'm doing, and when I crack jokes and laugh at myself, you guys can chuckle with me. Because that's the thing now, I can't make my faces and chuckle like I used to, because somebody's watching. Alright, so let's go ahead and pipe out there. We'll go ahead, and there's our, yeah, there we go. Alright, so let's go ahead and let's just do a quick tab over here. There we go. And so I'm just showing off the Rocat power grid here. This is an iPad mini, so this is hooked up to the computer. So you find whatever it is, like right here is your engine start and stop. Click that, and your tractor cranks up. Now you can detach and do all these switching vehicles and all this stuff back and forth. It does lots of things, so it's definitely a really cool mod. So, ooh, there we go. Let's find out where my harvester was. Do I play NASCAR? No, I don't. I don't have it. I do have NASCAR Heat 2 for PC. It's done pretty good, but it's kind of been a very low performing video. Maybe it's just because that game came out and we hit it when YouTube was being funky and in a funk. I'm hoping things kind of start squaring back around here over the next week or so. I'm not sure what they did, but I wish they'd take it back and we get back to some good growth here. Although I have to be careful making that comment, because we actually have done pretty good growth. I mean, we were literally sitting right over 3K a week ago, and now we're sitting at like 3101. So let's just see if this works. So we should be able to go back to this one. Yeah, there we go. Oh, hang on. Hang on, hang on. Don't anyone freak out yet. Nobody freak out yet. All right, so I got to turn this on and this on. Yeah, there we go. All right, so we got a couple of noticeables down there. So we got our brand new sponsor, and I'm going to make a special little sponsor tag there out. So if you have become a sponsor here in the past couple of days, or if you've been, I'm going to have another tab over there just for sponsors. So we'll have a list of all you guys there just to give you another little bit of recognition and just you know, showing my appreciation to you guys. So thank you much. So I think is everything. All right. Got to figure out this one part here because this is where I always got stuck the other day. Yeah, there you go. Okay. So anyway, thank you to you guys. We'll go ahead and flip back over here to our regular. All right. So let's go ahead and activate that. I've got to make sure you're. All right, there we go. There's that. Now we can start. There we go. All right, so we'll make one more lap here, and we'll end up here. We'll unload one more time, and then we'll do some planning. I actually fixed the John Deere, so I figured out what that was. So we'll be able to look at that mod. We tried it yesterday, and it was a major fail on stream. So that's a large, huge field. Yeah, man, we're gonna short it out and go to something else, and do a little something else today. It's good though to be able to drive and do those kind of things. So I figure, you know, why not? We'll just do a little bit of this. People are always asking me to do these kind of things. You know, why don't you ever harvest anymore? Why don't you ever do this? And I could have probably picked a smaller field too. I had to pick one of the biggest ones in the game. And what I may do, I may just go ahead and hire a worker out here and see what he does. I'm sure he's going to royally, you know, not do it very well. But let's see. Let's just see a hire worker on here. I think we can do that. Yep, there she goes. So this is going to go ahead and go straight through, and we'll cut it, and we'll see what happens after it gets done, but at least we can go do something else. So here was one of the new ones. Now this was the CR990. Now this is like a 25-foot header, and then you've got the new one here. So this is pretty cool, but it's probably a little bit small on here. Michael E. We'll wait for that one to come up there, but no, shoot, no, we're not. Man, thank you for your $10, man. Appreciate that, Michael. Michael's, man, you've been throwing it down, man. You must have come into something, man. It's like, hey, man, here we go. So thank you, man, as always. Michael with a big $10 there. As always, much appreciated there, buddy. Michael's been a big supporter here, so it's so cool to see you guys coming back and continue to support the channel. So I'm waiting on that alert to come through. Any day now. There it is. Michael coming in with a $10 super chat, so thank you there, buddy. I need to get a really cool cool sound for that one as well. Alright, so here we go. So here was my favorite. So I'm going to go get, let's go ahead and let's see. Let's go back to our, let's buy this cedar. Lord, I hope it's in here. I hope I put it in. Yeah, there it is. Alright, so, oh, we don't have enough money. Well, we'll have to fix that. Oops. Oh, you know what? I want to say, I bet now that I've actually done my stuff here, it's probably not going to let me do it. There it goes. Alright. So now let's go back to there, and we'll go ahead and let's go ahead and buy that cedar one more time. There we go. Now we go ahead and start things up here. The back corner of the map. Yeah, I tell you what, man. I know Chuck got a new job, but I miss Chuck being around. Chuck he still continually comes back and watches the streams, but I do miss old Chuck. I don't know why I'm looking. We don't have whoop. We don't even have whatchamacallit, we don't even have traffic on, but I still look. Alright, so this was, now for PC players, this mod right here is the 8R US version. So this is the kind of the more old school 8410 here with the row crop 22s, and I believe it does have the 30s. which I think is what's on here now. It's a really good mod. Really like it. The sounds are good. It does have some internal cabin controls, so not too much, mainly just in the doors, some lighting in the back windows and stuff like that. You know, just things that always are there. So you'd rather watch this than cut down trees. Well, yeah, I would too. I'd have to second with you on that one. Yeah, it's a little sensitive there. I gotta say, driving with the steering wheel makes a huge difference. All right, so you can control everything from here: beacons, hazards, do everything from there. It's pretty neat. The lemonade could be colder. Oh, Ryan's got jokes tonight. Hey, what's up, Tara? How are you? Yeah, this is a lovely map. So thankful you guys keep coming out. And I know yesterday, man, YouTube really, they threw the screws to us yesterday. So things have been good so far. So I started the stream quality a little bit low at 30 frames instead of the 60. So we'll see how this does. It's usually not too bad in Farm Sim. It usually gets very noticeable when you start moving into like doing ATS and ETS. It just becomes a slideshow. So I know some people got kicked off yesterday, and I think actually, Terry, you may have been right in on that. So if you did, I apologize for that. It wasn't me. Yeah, I'm glad you come out today. And this is a wonderful map. So Oregon Springs is Ultra HD, and it just came out just a little while ago. It's fairly still on the new scale, but it came out right when the West Coast did too. So kind of had a lot to compete with. And the day's been great there, Robert. Hey, what's going on, Bird? How are you there, buddy? Always good to see you there, man. A lot of the old favorites coming out tonight, so thank you guys for y'all's continued viewing support here at the channel, as always. Now, just y'all probably see me coming over here and punching and doing some stuff. I am using the Rocat Power Grid. It's on the iPad Mini, so this thing's hooked up to the computer. Gives me all my statistics of the computer, my sound levels, everything else I can control from here. But also allows me to do the cabin controls and any of the general normal stuff, folds, lowers. You could fold out the seater, you could lower the seater, you could do every bit of that all from right here. You could fill it, you could empty it. I mean, all of that cool stuff, everything you can do in there, so it's awesome. So we'll show that as we're hopefully filling up some seats here. This thing has the old original like John Deere swivel hitch on it, so it's not a stiff hitch, which that's why that thing's bouncing back and forth a little bit there. That's a little extra. That's next level realism right there. So I'll let you guys decide. You got some really great people here in chat today, so I'll let you guys decide which one you want to do. We've got continued harvest, which Michael, you just missed it, man. Like an hour of this. So we've got harvest. We can roll the seeder out and do some more of that. I'm trying to think really what else we've got. So I've got wheat. Now I do want to do some baling, and I want to use that up with the Follow Me mod and see if we can't do some windrowing of some wheat. So that may mean we have to do a little bit more harvesting. I don't know. We'll just see how tonight goes. I mean, everything's been running smooth here, which I'm glad. Just rolling out sponsors today, so I've got that rolling across there, our FTG news bar. I will be updating that every single stream, so if you ever come into a stream, go ahead and read what the new bit of FTG news is. Unless it's really big, I may leave it up there, but I can write and text stuff on that thing to my heart's desire. I can type a novel out and you guys could read it. So I don't really think you would do that, but you could. But anyway, that's going to be available in a great way for me to get some good info about upcoming streams, upcoming multiplayer stuff. I mean, anything that you guys are consistently asking questions about, hopefully that's going to be a good thing that I can use and a good tool here in the bag. Alright, so let's see if we can actually fill this up here. We'll get up close here. Alright, so there, pulled that. So what I'm going to do, let's go ahead and unhook it from its power source here. So I'm going to look in here. Now this thing does have a load implement. I don't know if this is going to work on the load. That might be the other side. Okay, never mind. So I'm looking to see if this actually has it. So it doesn't. Alright, so never mind. So let me find out what this is going to be to load it. Oh, unless, is that it? Yeah, okay. So I had to have it set. I didn't have it set selected. So here's what it looks like. I'm not sure what that looks like, if that's backwards or not. I think it might be. But anyway, it has a load implement bar right there. So if you take that load implement, push it on the iPad, there it goes on the screen. So I think what I can do, I'm going to do a video on the RoadCat power grid system. There's power grids for FS, 17, the ATS, ETS. There's the GPS is on there. You've also got Proceed has a RoadCat thing on there. So once this goes up again, I should be able, there you go. So now we're loading up seeds. But definitely cool stuff. Yes, we are going to do some cows. Ins for hello. Do look for a new stream. That's it, man. Yes, big thumbs up on that one. Got a few things rolling here. Got the cam going. And this, we're going to change this up for each one of our games. So we'll have, you know, obviously down right here, hashtag FTGUNITED. So anytime you guys are hitting me up here on Twitter, which you can find on that side of the screen. Twitter, Facebook, FTGUNITED is our new Steam community, so you want to join that, catch up with some announcements on there. Please feel free to. It's obviously free and just a good place to connect with some other gamers as well, if you use it for what it was intended to be used for. So, all good stuff. Water buffalo. Yeah, I'll be doing a water buffalo. Alright, let's find out where we want to go. Let's see, does the map one work? It does, but it doesn't pull it up. Alright, let me just, I feel like I'm screaming over the stuff here. Alright, so let's look here in our map, and let's see what we've got, because we've got a few things that are being harvested right now. So 20 there, I wasn't actually that far away from it. So 20 was done. Now, 15 we did yesterday, so 15 has got wheat on it, or is getting ready to get some wheat on it. Now, 17 was one that did get wheat, I believe, yes. So 17 was done. So 18 and 19 both. So we could run a couple of cultivators or even plow those, which might be kind of cool. We haven't done any. I've got a brand new plow. Just needs a really nice, strong tractor to pull it with. So we could go up and do some planting on this on 15. So why don't we just do that? That should be easy enough. Yeah, let's do that. Let's do 15. Grass or silage, we definitely going to be doing that. Why don't we do that? I'll tell you what, let's do this. So let's go down, let's do 15. Let's put some seed down on that. Let's plant whatever. I mean, we could, let's just do wheat, because we're going to need some straw bales once we get cows up and going. And cows and also biomass are right there. I know there's corn in the area. Got lots of corn. We just need a decent corn header. So 19's got corn on it. 12's got corn on it. Of course, 19 is done. 32 is good. 28, 27, what they got? One of the sunflowers and soybeans. So, yeah, okay. So we got 12 and 4 is done. So we could definitely grab both of those corn-wise. So we could save that in for later, put those in biomass, or take those down to the cows and have those ready for some silage down there. Which, by the way, is awesome. The cow area down there is absolutely humongous. So those that would love to do a big dairy milk, there is also a milk cell place here, so you can pump up and use your milk cell trailers or your whatever accepts milk. You can put those in there to the and sell that as is. So maybe we can take a brand new mod that Nick T did for us. Did some John Deere mowers for us. Maybe we take those down to field 16 and we could cut a little grass and maybe use one of our Kloss or our John Deere loader wagons. We could put those in there, or we could do some bales on those and maybe use the Follow Me mod. I don't know. Let's get let's get 15 done, and then we'll look at that. How about that? All right, so we'll use our app here. Start and stop again. Make sure I turn the right way. Yeah, okay, so that's the one we did yesterday, so I know where that's at now. So as always, if we got some new people here in chat or in stream, welcome to the live stream here. Welcome to Farm Sim 17. Welcome to Full Tilt Gaming, because social media is all up there. Got our news running up here right above us. And always, you are more than welcome to throw anything up here in chat. Just make sure it's Farm Sim related, and we'll all be good there. We've got a great set of mods here, great at asking questions, or answering questions. So if you guys do have questions, please feel free to ask them. And we just have a great community here, so I can't say enough about those guys. It's truly fun to do this. So thank you guys for making it that way. All right, so let's see if this thing folds and unfolds like it's supposed to. All right, it's a good sign so far. All right, so the one thing, lower and raise. There we go. So the one thing that I made yesterday was the Proceed mod. So if you're looking here on the bottom of the screen there, right above where my stuff is, you can do this and set up GPS already like this. Now once you can, let's see if it will, yeah, so it automatically sets to what your line of attack is as to the width of this. We're not really going to use that for this for right now. But the one thing I did yesterday was trying to set up tram lines, and it was giving me problems where, let me just go ahead and start it. So if it does like yesterday, then we should have a little strip that gets left undone. Oh, wait a minute. Am I going to have to... Oh, shoot. I'm going to have to get in here, and I forgot I'm going to have to cultivate this up. Alright, let's see if it works over here. Dadgummit. You fired Nick. Does he know that? Man, I forgot about that mod. Dadgummit. Alright, I need to take the chop straw mod out. Alright, let's do, I'm going to do one other thing here, because this is a relatively small field. So let's turn this off, and let's get back to, yeah, let's get back to this bad boy. You know what? It might be that that one does not, shoot man, it's been so long since I did these. It says that it doesn't have or doesn't need cultivation, offers palm to see directly, no cultivating or plowing. Walter, are you still in here? Am I missing something on that mod? I thought that mod and the chop straw would go away once you cultivated into it, but is that a deal where I need to cultivate it separately or plow it separately to get all that to go away? Walter's like the other guy that's kind of like me. He does all these mods and does all this cool stuff like I do, so that's the only reason I was asking Walter. I'm not sure if he's still in chat with us. Let's I'm gonna tell you what, I'm gonna go grab the plow and we're just gonna see what happens with it. Let's go ahead and yeah, there we go. Well, see, that's what I was thinking, but see, that seeder is supposed to have a cultivator and seeder on it, so it should go away. So what I'm going to do, I'm just going to run a little test here, because the other map that I did, not unless this map does not support chop straw, which is completely and entirely possible. We're going to pick one up here. We've got a couple of cultivators and we've got a really big plow. We'll pull that back and see what happens, because it should work. No, it's not rocket science. It should work. But we'll still plant, no, till. Okay, so you're saying it'll plant, it just won't look like it's been tilled up. Well, that's no fun, because then you can't see where you've been. Alright, so Chomp Straw is probably going out. Cut it. Ain't worth it. Let's just go ahead and let's see where she at. There she is. Big old red back there. Let's just go ahead and grab this right quick. Yeah, it just looks like crap. Touche, I'll give that one to you. I'll give that one to you. Alright, we'll just see. I've got a feeling that this is going to do exactly what I think it's supposed to do, so. Alright. I tell you what, this thing looks like a beast, man, with these front tires uncovered, man. Whew. Boy, this puts the hair on your chest. So the one thing I could do is I could set up the follow me. I think that would work. I need to check the width on this one versus the width on that one. I believe this one's a little smaller, so that might not work. Yeah, man, this tractor's, yeah, it's good, man. So if you got any PC players, this is the it's the Colossus. It even sounds better outside. But this is the 5000 Xerion. Now this Xerion is, I believe, version 5 final. So you'll know you've got this mod when it has like white. Well, here you go. Here's what it looks like. Because I do get asked this when we did this other one. I got a couple of private messages on YouTube. It was like, hey, I've been trying to find that one and I can't find it. So here's what it looks like. Is this one right here. Now the big one about this, it does do all the steering, but the design, this is what you're looking for right here. Is the grill black, black version 2, red version 2, white V2, and then it has the basics. So it has green, black, red, and white as the main skins. And we're using the standard Colossus green, but still, that's what you're looking for when you get into the store. So if you see that, then you're in the right place. There's a few of them out there, but none of them look quite like this one. I'm not sure why. They all say they're the same thing, but let me tell you, they ain't. So, alright, so let's unfold that. Ah, there we go. So now that's actually erasing it. So, okay, interesting. Looks like tires for Frederick. I know. Man, they're huge. Alright, well, at this rate, it's not going to take me too long to do this one at all. So we can... there you go. It's kind of hard to get your get it just right on there. So what we probably could do if we had the bigger one, which we could do, if you guys want me to, we can try setting up and doing a cultivator and then doing a seed right on the top of that. So we just have the tractor follow me. So if you guys want to see that, just let me know. We'll hook it up and set it up and see if we can get that to work. I mean, I'm all game for it. At this point, you know, we'll do anything in streaming. It doesn't matter. Need some practice time, yeah, on the tablets. Yeah. Well, I just got it today. I've messed with it, but then I think this originally was what messed my computer up. So I was like, well, I don't think what I did to it. You probably needed to install that. I pulled it out of the directory it was supposed to go into, thinking I was putting it somewhere safe, and it turns out that it really needed to go in the directory originally it was intended to be installed in. So that was my fault. Installer error. So, you know, I pay a little bit of a price for that. So it's unfortunate, but yeah. So I was like, you know what, I'm gonna get that app back again, and let's throw that in, at least start pushing a little bit. And then I tell you, INTS4, I'm going to do like a video on that as well. So it works with ETS, ATS, PUBG, any of the Black Ops, the Call of Duty series. It works with any of that stuff. So, and a lot of other random games too. I mean, games I didn't even, you know, knew people like played to use that kind of stuff with it. So the seeder is wider. So I would need to go get, I think the seeder is 13 meters. Let's just see what this one is. I think it's 13 meters is the seeder, and I think this one is the bigger horse. And this is only 10. So 13 I'd have to get up into this one. So I mean, it'll still work. Yeah, we can set it up. It'll still work. Uh-oh. We'll just keep driving over our seed. So let's see what else we can do here. All right, so we do have yes, we do have a wheat set up. And we'll see if we can't pull him up and let him do a follow me right behind the tractor. So he'll overlap, but you'll still get the picture. That's what you call efficiency? Yeah, man. Almost, Greg. They're almost. You put tires on it for your pickup? Yeah, dude, I'd put it on my cart. Man, I love this old 8400, man. This stuff is so cool. This is like true American farming, like to the T. Alright, so let's see what happens. Control F. Oh, I guess I'm close enough to that one to hear it's, oh, let's turn those hazards off. Oh, I guess I'm close enough to the class there. Alright, so let's get this started. So we can activate that. We are on wheat. Lower it. And we got to hop out of this one. Now, all right, let's see what happens. I can't tell, is he doing it? Ah, he sure he is. Woo! All right, here let's squeeze him up a little bit. He's a little far away. Yeah, there we go. Awesome. Oh, look at there. All right, so now I need to do 20. Oh, I think I just unmuted myself. Yeah. We'll put myself there. There we go. Alright. Alright, so now we can hop out of there. Let's jiffy around there, get back in our class, and we should be good to go. Alright, now we should be able to just go ahead and just let her rip. See the camera, I mean, see it following there in our footsteps there? That is pretty awesome. That's cool. So we're a little bit on the short side. So we're literally short about, let's see, I guess if this is 10 meters to 13, so we're really short about 9 feet. So we'd need to get up into the 12 meter to get right on that 3.5. What, 2.7 feet a meter, something like that. So we're going to be off about 7 or 8 feet on that. But at least, you know, you get the general idea. Don't follow too close. Yeah, I know. You get too close in there, man, he'll, when you stop, he'll just run right up on you. Yes, dude, the tires, I'm telling you, man. What's up, Neb Plays? How are you there, buddy? I don't know why, I just feel good, man. Today's just been a good day, somewhat. Actually, it was kind of a crappy day, honestly. I don't know why I said it was a good day. It really was kind of a junky day. But anyway, it's been better here, man. Getting on a little bit of Oregon Springs, get back into the streaming way of things. And also, he's got some new guys running in here. Especially welcome to all of our new subscribers. And also, there are gaming news there. So we've got brand new sponsorships just went live today. And as you can see here in chat, Mr. Greg has got a special little icon there beside his name because he has chosen to become a sponsor there for FTG. So special thanks to Greg. And like I always say, guys, that's never required, but it's always appreciated. It's just another good, solid way. It's $4.99 And Twitch does the same stuff, but it's just a good way to show a little support, and it does go a little bit, it goes a long way, and it just keeps you from having to remember it. You know, that's my thing about it. You don't have to remember to try to give super chats or do this, like, oh, I really want to give him $5, but I don't know, I kind of want to do this. This way you can kind of look at it and say, well, this just kind of comes out like a membership to the channel. And you just subscribe it to a channel, and that really keeps me energized, seeing some of those super chats roll in. Michael, man, he's been really throwing in some big time support this week, so thank you, Michael, for all the stuff that you've done there, and special thanks again there to Mr. Greg for this, our inaugural first sponsor there for FTG and the YouTube. So thank you there, buddy, again. And welcome to everybody here who is maybe just tuning in, joining in here for the first time. So welcome. If you want to know a little bit more about FTG, go ahead and throw something up here in chat and let me know you're there. Let me know if you subscribed as well. So let me give you a proper shout out. So all I'm doing is just wanting to try to lead him around this initial one right here. That way he can, man, look at that. This looks like, that's so awesome. I love it, man. I love it. All right, we can turn his hazards off to get on my nerves. All right, so once we get here, we can pretty much kind of feather it out and allow him to kind of finish it off there, and then we'll get on to our next row. So, how do we sponsor JP? Well, basically, there's a big old green button up there at the top of chat, yeah, there you go. $4.99. I think it's $3.99 or $4.99. I can't remember. And it's a month, and it's a reoccurring fee. So it comes out just like a super chat, and it comes out with the same card that you super chat with. If you click that green button, it'll walk you through becoming a sponsor with the channel, and you can leave it anytime. Y'all can sponsor for a week, you can sponsor for a month, but just know that the one caveat is, like everything else, once you do pay that money for the month, it's good for that month. You can't get the money back, but then after that next one rolls around, you can control your sponsorships through your dashboard in YouTube. That's how all that runs, just like Twitch. So it's good for the month, and if you support for a month, you can pull it out and go somewhere else or support someone else. You know, any of it, it's all yours to choose with and do as you please. So there you go. So $49.99. Yeah, sponsors are $49.99. But you know what? Since you guys are also such great viewers and all, it's $4.99 for limited time only. And we'll even throw a second month in for free. Yeah, you know what? I don't know. Mobile, I'm not sure. That would be a good question that I did not get an answer for. So, but I tell you, a quick Google would probably let you know. Better get some t-shirts. Yeah. You know what? I mean, dude, I'm telling you. The thing about it, I've never wanted to do t-shirts because I really wanted to build up a good basic community that wanted to buy the t-shirt. So instead of doing like a Teespring or anything like that, the one thing that I am going to do is I'm going to have them made so that I can have them literally right here in a box beside me. So if it comes down to me saying, hey man, you know, the next sponsor or the next 5 subscribers in a live stream coming up is going to get a free t-shirt. All you got to do is email me your mailing address, and then it goes. You know, so I could do special stuff like that on the fly and not have any, you know, setup or nothing. Say, you know what? So the next guys, or the next 10 guys that do this, or the next 5 that watch for this amount of time do certain stuff, you guys are going to get a t-shirt, or I'm giving a free t-shirt. Email me this, whatever we did like with Amazon, and I'll mail you a t-shirt. So that'll be good to be able to have all that stuff on hand and be able to do that. And as well, so sponsorships and other things could certainly be included on that. And could be something where we do some farming with them. Maybe I'll even break out the PS4 and come farming with you guys again. You know, there's just, the options are kind of a little bit limitless. So as that rolls back in, though, I'll come up with some more ideas. Alright, so what's up, Mr. Anthead Art? How are you there, bud? 49, yeah. PC came in, sponsor. Alright, man, sounds good. Sounds good. FTG on console, yo, hashtag that. We might just have to make that a thing. So I'm trying not to get too far over here on this the cedar there. I'm gonna have to. I think we're gonna maybe have to do. See, the only bad thing about doing it like this is you got to do laps, and I'm not really keen on doing the laps with him yet. So I think what we'll do is we might just go ahead and buy the bigger one. Let's just do that, because that's stupid for me to do it like this. Ah, hey, that's it, man. That is, you got it right there, Nib. It's like I'm alive. Yeah, no problem there, Greg. Well, there you go, JP. That'll be a welcome sight, man. Always welcome. Alright, so I think what we're going to do, we're kind of getting up to where I need to be getting something a little bigger here. So they're actually coming through pretty nice there. So they only go so fast. I think they got caught up on the turn there. So at some point here, I'm going to need to, I'm trying to think here. At some point, whoop, I'm going to be missing a big streak there. Just think about it, that thing follows exactly the same path that I do, so. Dutch Panzer, what is going on? How are you? Hope you're doing well. Welcome to the live stream here. Thanks for introducing yourself as well. Outside of your country, Jamaica, would you send it there? Yeah, and it may be something to where we could work something out on the shipping. You know, maybe I'll give you the T-shirt if you cover the shipping, something like that. I mean, we could always do like a PayPal bill or something like that. I mean, we could work that out. I mean, it just depends on what shipping a small package to Jamaica would cost, but you know, my guesses are it wouldn't break the bank. But you know, if it's, you know, $4 or $5, maybe $6 or whatever, you get a T-shirt down there. If you cover that on a PayPal or something like that, then I have no problem sending a T-shirt your way. We'll just have to see. We'll have to see how that works. Hey, nice there, Neb. Well, I bet y'all are very excited there. It's a great map. You'll love it. It's very Coldborough Park farmish. I mean, it's the same guy, so that would be understanding. But it's a mixture between like a Thornton farm from Oxygen David, and a couple that, and then spin it on its head, and then add a little bit of Coldborough, and then a little spice and a splash of something else. It's got a lovely walking path and exploration path. I mean, I kind of thought about doing that one myself, but then I kind of was like, you know, I wanted to do something else that not every single streamer out there was doing. I mean, I just felt at some point, you know, these maps get completely beat into the head because, you know, it's like, oh my gosh, you know, everybody's doing it. So y'all know me. I always go in, I'll do something different. So here we are on Oregon Springs. This was courtesy and a drop here by Mr. Michael E. So he was able to drop the map name over, and certainly checked it out. And I'm glad I did. It's a great map. That's what I figured there, Anna. I figured it probably wasn't going to be no kind of biggie there. I might have to figure out how to do my ends here. We may just have to cut some of these off and then go back and, you know, cultivate some of the corners up. We do have the Follow Me mod going for anybody thinking that I've got somebody working with me. So that's the actual computer over there driving the John Deere. So I've been kind of wanting to put the Follow Me mod through a few different, few different paces, and it's actually going a lot better than I anticipated. So we should be laying all wheat down. Should be what we're doing today. So I don't know. We'll see. We'll just have to cultivate these corners. I think what I'm gonna do is just round them off here once we get on to the next one. I'll just round them off, and then we'll be good to go. Let me go ahead. I'm gonna go ahead and speed time up just a hair. So we'll maybe run this at 30x, and go ahead and make my turn here. So we'll do this at 30x, and that'll give this a chance to kind of come in some, as well as our wheat over there to come in. So I would really love to do some wheat, and then do a little bit of a windrow on there, maybe windrow with myself, and then have a baler fall in behind me. Maybe do a little bit of that with the D7s. That would be kind of cool. So I think it is all over there and growing. So we're over here by the biogas, so we'll we'll get some things up in bales, and we'll certainly take those over and start to get a crack on cows. So we'll separate them out too, as we do always with our live series. So you'll see it. I think one thing I'm going to start doing on our live screens and stuff as we get ready for these live streams is to tell you a little bit about more like what we're going to do. So that way, if you ever miss anything, if you ever want to come back and catch up on something, say, oh man, he started cows last night, let me go back and check that up. I'll put them in full tilled farms, and then I'll subjugate those into a playlist that you can easily access yourself. I always love being organized on the channel, so if you like organization, and you know, that's just one thing I've always done, is try to keep it as organized as I can. So if it's farming, it's got a place. If it's trucking, it's got a place. And then certain cool episodes that were different, I kind of separated all that stuff out and even did cool stuff with that. So I hope you guys enjoyed just the playlist and getting those kind of separated. So if you ever do miss something, you can certainly catch up on it if you want to. You may not, but it certainly helps keep it up, keep track of things with me. So. JP, I don't have a social life like me, right? Farm Legend, if I remember correctly, that was maybe a testing map. There is one that I wish y'all could get, and that was called, I think it was Terra de Italica. So it was an Italy map. And dude, I'm thinking about pulling that one up and doing just a simple silage on that. It's corn, grass, just doing something that's just kind of a getaway from, you know, our standard, you know, standard kind of map play here. All right, so I'm gonna have to start thinking about one. I'm actually catching up with the John Deere. That's hilarious. I think he's getting caught around some of these sharp turns. Kind of funny to think about it. Hey, what's going on, Stunt? How are you there, buddy? Stunt says, hello, fool. How are you? I am doing great there, buddy. I hope you're doing well. Always great to see you. I think Stunt, he's got quite the hour change, so he's, I think if I'm remembering correctly, he is up really, really, really early. Or he's up really late, whichever one. It's funny, man. This is your only social life. It's a good social life. It's better than being in a bar. That's what I tell my wife, right? Hey, it's better than me being in a bar hanging out with the guys. Instead, we're on the farm pretending that we're farming, pretending that we're making money working, but we're hanging out. Whoops. Shouldn't have gone out there. I meant the wrong button. There we go. So probably going to start, yeah, I probably need to start redoing how I do this. We'll do this next one. We'll use our Rocat app here. We'll start pulling our cultivator up there so we don't wind up chewing up the field as we get around. Exact same thing. I know, man. It's one of those things you can't tell me. We've got to have some a girl or one or two. Here's maybe somewhere in live stream. I'm curious to know from the other side of the spectrum here. Is it better to be here farming and playing with other guys on, you know, whether it's watching streams, hanging out on YouTube, or playing games, console, PC, whatever, or would it be just better off just to go into the bar and go grab some brewskis with the guys? I'm literally kind of curious. If we don't have any girls in chat, then please somebody leave a comment here and let me know. That would be an answer I would really like to see. That'd be a question I'd love to see actually answered. Alright, so did it... Oh. So I think we're going to see, but I think what'll happen is the computer will probably raise theirs right there too. I'm still learning to follow me when it comes to this. So this might not be... It's pretty good, I would imagine, if you're doing rows up and down. But the big thing with me is I've got a seeder that's too wide and cultivators that are too short. It's funny, DB. That's a hard choice with the bars. Get away from the wife. All right. Whatever you do will be wrong. I think AA, I think Anthead has got it right. Ding, 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 ding. We have a winner. The price is right. Plinko 1 million. When you farm in real life, well, yeah. You know, I do a lot of music, so I mean, it's funny. I used to be literally addicted to Rock Band. I learned to play drums, and people laugh at me, but I literally learned to play drums on Rock Band. Uh-oh. Slow it down. Slow it down. So we're probably going to have to do some touch-up. That's okay. It's okay. We're still learning with the follow me. we got the cultivator going out here. I really just wanted to get rid of this chopped straw texture, and I guess I'm going to have to go out. So what we may do is save it, and I'm going to disable the chopped straw mod so that we get it out of here. Because I really don't want that with the wheat and all that other stuff. I don't want to deal with it. So there you go. So there's the computer and the follow me mod following me. Kinda. I'm kind of catching up to him. It's going to be interesting. Welcome back there, Greg. Yeah, it was, man. It was fun. I mean, it was, you know, it was when you had to at least put your foot and learn how to separate your foot from your hand. So yeah, it just picked it up. It's done. I was like, heck yeah, man, this is awesome. All right, so I think what we're going to have to do, let's go ahead and let's stop our cedar up there. Alright, so there he is stopped. So let's go ahead and let's deactivate that. Alright, let's raise that up. So I'm doing all that via my RoCat. So let's go ahead and back this up, get it out of the way. And we'll just go ahead and buzz and cultivate these last little spots. It was a good little test here, just to kind of see what we were rolling with. And see how this thing reacted and see how things work. So I'm pretty impressed. I liked what I saw so far. But I've got a really cool fertilization tool that I want to get over here, and I don't want this to grow in too far before we have a chance to use it, because I think you guys are going to like what I do have in store on that front. So let's get back and let's knock out just the last bit of this. And then we'll run that cedar, we'll run it over this stuff really quick, and then we can move on to the next thing. I feel like we've gotten a lot of work done today, really. We did quite a bit of harvesting there on the one field. A lot more than I ever do by myself, I can tell you that much. Let me do this right here. I think I'm going to turn, let me know how volume is. I feel like I'm a little quiet. I think I had these up to 70 yesterday. Let me know if it's too much. There may be a few tractors, I may have to back that down. Let's see, can I do... Yeah, I can do that. Yeah, so, okay, I can turn the master down. Alright, no problem. We are good. Alright, so we'll move that back over to Farm Sim. There we go. Alright. Oh, nice there, Ian. So, well, that's my instrument of choice. Alright, if the sound is good, alright, good deal. A couple of these tractors are pretty loud, so I have to kind of be at least a little bit more mindful about them. I feel like I'm in Spin Tires. Speaking of Spin Tires, Spin Tires Mud Runner comes out here at the end of September, so we will be jamming on that some. And I'm even considering, now this is be something, and I'll let you know, I can't purchase the game for both, for PC and console, but if someone would be willing, if somebody on console especially gets a group together and wants to do some Spin Tires there on console, have me come back on PS4, do a little bit of that. If you want to super chat or buy into that game, I don't mind doing it, but I'll just tell you right now that that's what it will be used for. So if that's something, I don't know that I'm going to purchase the same game on both systems, but I figure that's probably might be something that comes in. Just like Farming Sim is every now and again, so if that's something you're interested in doing, I'll leave that one totally up to you. Oops. Alright, so there's that, and we just got that one little last strip there. JB says, I'll buy you the game. Well, I'll come play. Now I've got until January, because that's when all of my stuff runs out. So January, everything runs out for me. All of my PS4 login details and all of the, you know, whatever I bought there, what they call that, the gold, whatever. All right, so let's fold all that back up. You stay play a different game. Yeah, at some points, you know, that can be good, but then again, So here's the thing about playing different games. As a YouTuber, you got to be careful how much games you play that are different than what you're kind of known for. And right now, YouTube, it doesn't seem that they're punishing people too much for that. But what happens is I've got a lot of people that don't watch me play Farm Sim. They only, let's say, watch me play. Let's say they only watch me play ATS. So that community for ATS always stays the same because they know I don't rarely ever do it, or maybe once or twice a week. So you know, there's kind of a fine line of doing too many games and doing enough games that you get new people kind of involved in seeing what's going on. So that's, you know, it's I mean, it's a catch-22 when it comes to that. I mean, YouTube wants to see you really directed and keeping people in your field. That's why you see, like, you know, I sit there and well, I'm gonna have to turn this down. It's way too loud. So that's why, like, you see different, you know, different people coming in, and you'll see like a guy playing PUBG, and that guy will be like literally, I don't know. I mean, he'll have, I don't know, let's just say 100,000 subs. He'll have 1,000 people watching him because that's literally all he plays. So you got 1,000 people that literally all see the same exact stuff and all want to see the same exact stuff. You don't have, you know, well, you got 100 guys that want to see him play ATS. You got 200 guys that want to see him play ETS. And unfortunately, that's just really hard to do that much streaming, you know, for all that. So just a little insight, and just, you know, what me as a YouTuber, what I kind of think about on a regular basis. I won't say it's the, you know, best way to always do things, but it's at least something that's part of the conversation. Yeah, I got spin tires as well. We're actually looking at doing a little bit of streaming of spin tires there with Raptor and the crew. Get a couple of us together here maybe sometime this week. We've got some maps, we've got some cool stuff, we've got some transport missions, we've got some possible rock crawling if I can talk Raptor into it, which may be kind of cool just to do as a little quick live stream. Just have some fun with it, just get out there and just, you know, kind of act stupid with it, do some crazy stuff and have a good time. But yeah, we definitely got some stuff on the looming on the horizon there planned. Well, and that's a strategy. You know, I can't say that that's the way to do it. That's the only way to do it. But most of the Twitch guys that are like literally the ones that are iconic are usually iconic for one game only. They're not really iconic for variety. Yeah, the one outsides to that are probably Squirrel and you know, Squirrel. Now we'll say this: the simulation simulation YouTubers usually have a little bit different feel, because if you like Farm Sim, more than likely you'll like ATS. More than likely you'll at least play ETS, or you'll go watch ETS, especially if it's a YouTuber you really like. So there is a little bit more leeway. But like, let's just say if I was like just one heck of a Call of Duty player, and you were literally trying to be as good as I am to beat me, if I went and just started playing Battlefield and you hated Battlefield, you're not going to go watch me. So, you know, there's this little kind of a fine line on that. So, I mean, it's just things that I'm just, you know, it's things I think about when I get too many games. And that's why I say it's always important to make sure that you like the videos and that you subscribe on those videos, because that's what I gauge whether or not you guys really like it or not. Or whether or not you're kind of like, yeah, it was okay, but I wouldn't really watch it more than once a week. You know? And that's kind of where I'm coming from on multiple games. So, anyway. Let's get out of the business of YouTube. How about that? Do that. Let's fold it up. We've got wheat growing here, so we've got plenty of money. So let's go ahead. I'm going to take this down. Let's drive. Now, I actually did that with road crop tires on, so y'all should be proud. Might go low. Now it's back. Okay, good deal. Alright, so we'll go ahead and we'll just park this right over here, because we're going to be doing some more fields down in this particular area. Some of these are already they're already gone. We've got a few. There's an air seeder that we used yesterday. Great little tool there. That was fun. Air cart seeder. Thing actually runs really well. So we'll pull this over now. As these grow in, let's just go take a peek here. Let's go ahead and turn this off. There we go. So let's go see what I think. Let's see, where's our map? So we're on Alright, so this is already grown in. So that's what we had growing. So let's go ahead and get this one up at least to the next stage, or at least get the field in. I would normally do this, but y'all are seeing the magic of fast forward. Alright, so there's everything's coming in. So alright, so that should be good. That was after our first stage. Because I want to test out a new mod. Well, it's not new. It's new to me. One that we have been using. So you got this one, but I actually got this Case Patriot. Now I've got one sprayer and then one that's a granular machine. But I want to grab this bubby, because this thing is pretty awesome. And I want to see how it works too as well inside. See how well it works inside. This thing is massive. You can control the crane. You can control the crane on spin tires, but the way the controller's set up, it's not very conducive to do so. Everyone usually just automatically picks the logs up and goes, but if they redesign that feature, which I need to look into and see if that's something they have done, but if they redesign that feature, then it's something you'll be able to log the loads in one by one, or load the logs in, not logs the load in. You'll be able to load the logs in one by one and fill your load up and then take it through the mud. So, yeah, I mean, that's spin tires is good. Don't get me wrong. I mean, the one problem with it was that it just didn't have the workshop support. Things weren't together. Things weren't made. You had to go to a website and you had to download. You didn't know if there was good testing on the mods. Your vehicles were in a variety of different places. But now it's going to kind of be like an ATS or ETS, where they're actually going to have some things put on the workshop more than just, you know, some junky trucks. They'll have a lot of stuff. They'll have maps on there. They'll have other mods, trailers. They'll have you know, trucks. Everything that's been here. So that'll be really cool to see a kind of an upgrade on spin tires itself. Not alone. I think PC right now, I think spin tires was actually on sale. Like the Mud Runner edition was on sale. So it might be something going and worth checking out. Right, so let's get a little outside view here. This thing is a little bit bigger than the New Holland one. I don't know if I can move the wheels in. Let's see. Okay, so I've got that control, and oh yeah, I do. Okay. Oh, so that's pretty much as oh wow. Okay. All right, so that's all I had on there. All right, cool. Alright, so we should have, now I'm not sure, I'm assuming that these have liquid fertilizer tanks up in here. If not, I'll have to find where a liquid is, but I think it's in one of these down here. It might be in this one right here. I think the other one, the John Deere seeder, I think it takes liquid. If not, I think we've got the placeable tanks. We could always throw a placeable up. Oh, there we go. Good deal. And we'll see what kind of IC internal control this thing has. It doesn't look like it has. Yeah, it doesn't look like. What is that? Right control. Right control. Oh, there we go. Oh wow, so it does have quite a bit down here. All these little, I think all these extra ones maybe. Yeah, doors. What we got down here? I guess nothing. Wow. Okay. A few things in there. Not a ton, but got a few. Yeah, 2 joysticks. Yeah, I don't know that I'll be going that far. This is what I really need to do is just map some of the useful controls up here, like your refill. And I mean, like I said, this RoCap app is pretty good. But it's kind of where it's at now. I need to really have it fastened up to the table where I can access it pretty quick. Having it sit way over there, I mean, it's just kind of like, it's over there, so just really showing it off today. And we'll do like a proper video and see if we can't find a more, not a permanent setup, but a better setup for it. And then I might try to find some way to be able to use my shifter for something, whether it's raising and lowering things, or I don't know, use it for something. 2 sticks, track hire, and a couch to sleep on, as Ryan does it for me. Alright, so this field's kind of half grown in a little quicker than I wanted to, but let's see what happens. Let's get over here, and we're gonna. Now we do have the narrow tires now. Sometimes the other one will destroy these crops, but let's see what this one does. Because I do have crop destruction, so it may erase a few of those. Oh yeah, it's going to do it. Okay, all right, well that's fine. All right, so. Well, there you go. So there's the full unfolded Case Patriot. I believe, is that what they call this thing? Yeah, the Patriot. So I've got one like this, which is the spray, and then I've got another, which is granular. So it's kind of got the same fanned out design, but it's granular. So maybe right after you could use that as a fertilization. So we do have crop destruction, so it is going to take that little bit there out of the beginning. So that's okay. That's kind of ultra realistic there. And that's probably because this is in the second stage of growth. If we didn't have the second stage, I'm not sure if it erases the first stage, the stubble stage. But essentially what this would do, if you do it on the first time, if it does, then you could follow the exact same track a second go around. Depending on how you fertilize the first 2 times, and you could use this as your guide track. Now, when you set up tram lines and other stuff with Pro Seed, that's what that is supposed to mimic, is tram lines that do not plant seed in the track that you're going to be driving your stuff in. So, kind of a little 4-in-1. So it does destroy everything, if you didn't know. And now I know. The more you know. Only guys my age wouldn't understand what that little jingle was. So let's just see what this thing looks like inside. It's using this stuff fast. Good lord. Alright, so yeah, this is tough, man, using it like this. Because you really can't back up and see where the edging is. Now, it would be fine if you do this, I guess, all in second person. If it goes one more stage of growth there, you can go back in and use this to, you could use these lines to basically just retrack your steps. So you could do it inside, get everything started, and just let it rock and roll. So I think we'll go ahead and turn back, and then we'll go right back down, and then we should have maybe one more on the other side, and that should cover us up. That I'm not if they're a mono PC for those really long sprayers. No. I know what you're talking about, and I do not think there are. Now I think there is some, but they are decorative. They're not like, they're not realistic. They're not working. How about that? So that worked out pretty good. So if we wanted to wait for a second growth when this grows back in, that's probably not going to. By the time this one gets ripe on the third one, we could go ahead and drive up into here. Now you see it is destroying the crop in here. So now what you would be able to do, let me go ahead and let's see, let's do like this, and then we'll fold it up. Deactivate that, and let's go ahead and start unfold. Yeah, so now from this point, depending on where you started, if you came into the field right here, or if you start over there where we did before, in front of the Kloss tractor there, you should be able to use this, and this will essentially be able to track your same steps. So you could do this field again with the sprayer. You know, we did one fertilization with the seeder because it had fertilizer in it. So then this will be the second stage. So one more stage there, and we'll have a full 3 stage. Alright, so let me just quick here as we're just changing gears here and getting back in and get this one parked back up here in our buildings and whatnot. Let me just fill you in, especially if you're new. Welcome to the live stream here. Welcome to Full Tilled Gaming. Used to be Full Tilt Farming, but we've since changed the name over to Full Tilt Gaming. So welcome to everybody there out in live stream land. Go ahead and throw up a subscription here, get yourself a big old shout out, and also we've got sponsorships just went live today. So if you're brand new to the channel, I don't expect you to show up any kind of a sponsorship or any kind of big time support like that. But we do have super chats, PayPal, Streamlabs, all the kind of things that all of us streamers here are using nowadays. Got all that stuff set up, so don't forget obviously to like the videos here in and out as you come in and out of the streams, and we hope to see you again here on a FTG live stream again. We got lots planned. We got ETS, ATS, we've got JCB, which is a brand new kind of Mars pioneering game, so that one's available out there. So we'll be putting some more miles in that one probably tomorrow night, maybe tomorrow or Thursday. But anyway, tonight it is Farm Sim, so thank you guys for coming and hanging out with us. And this should be all on this one for right now. We'll go ahead and park it out, and let's see what else we can do. There we go. Wouldn't let me out. So I've got a couple of tractors in here. Let's see. I've got a few different fields. The one thing I do want to do is we probably need to get back in the Kloss, the harvester. And we can do one of two things. I probably really need to get up there and do something with it in getting the canola done, or at least unloaded, and then we'll kind of work on something else. Or we can cut grass. I'm up to do whatever you guys want to do. If you guys want to see the new mower mods here with the windrowers on them, let me know. We could even do a follow me mod with with something behind it's there. Why don't we do that? Why not? Let's do that. Showcase these bad boys. Then we'll do a proper showcase on this mod because it really is good. Nick did a great job with this one. You see, it's got everything moves on it. So you got your throttle control up there. I think it's just gonna get stuck right there. Let's see if we can just turn this way. We'll back out. Hey, what's going on, Brian? Well, thank you, man, for coming and watching a little bit more. We'll go cut a little bit of grass. So we've seen a little bit of the harvester today. We've seen a little bit of everything else. So one thing I am going to do is go ahead and get this to our entrance, and then we're going to go pick up another. We're going to use, I don't know what we want to pull our. Let's go see what we can pull our baler with. So we've got a couple of things. You guys could do a decision here. Y'all make a decision. We've got the Massey Ferguson. This is a custom modded out 7000 series. We've also got the T7s over here, which are absolutely fantastic. And we've got the Kloss 900 series. And that might be it. Yeah. So we got, we can have the JCB 8000. So we'll let you guys ponder over that while we go ahead and purchase one of these, and we'll drive them back and use the follow me to hopefully do some square baling over there in the grass field. How about that? So let's do baling, and let's go ahead and pick us. Now we do have some Kloss ones, so I mean we could effectively go like full out Kloss mode and just go ahead and grab this one like that one, or we could do the big baler. Yeah, I tell you what, nobody's thrown anything up in the chat yet, so let's go ahead and purchase the Floss one. Let's take the Floss track. Or actually, you know what? Let's do this. Let's grab one of the new hogs. We've done. Let's go ahead and sell that one. And then let's go ahead and pick us up. Where'd he go? Where'd he go? Where'd he go? All right, Almindo, have a good one there, buddy. All right, let's go ahead and buy that one. Don't have any of the John Deere ones in there, so yeah. Mic is static. Alright, check, see how the mic is now. Well, dude, fix the mic. Well, text me, man. Don't just holler out in chat. I don't know that it's all screwy. Try that now and see if it works. Alright, good deal. Yeah, I think it's about time we're going to have to get us a one-piece headset. Originally what I had bought was, let me turn this down a little bit. So I had originally bought me a setup that was going to be able to use this with PlayStation VR. And the one thing that kind of had an issue with was this thing has a joint here, and it has a joint here, and then it goes and splits into a mic and a speaker output. So I've got 3 joints and 1 cable when I really only should have 1. So I think what I'm gonna have to do is go back and grab me either a USB version or I'm gonna have to get a one-piece mic. So that's just what it is. I do read text during the stream. If it pops up in front of me, I do. I can't monitor my own mic. I hate the sound of my own voice when it's coming back through the ears. I can't stand that. So. Yes, they do, Neb. Yeah, it's the PlayStation VR headsets. Oh, come on. There we go. This tractor sounds awesome. Hey, what's going on? Is that Try Acting 38? What is going on, man? Welcome to the live stream. Glad you are here on this wonderful, well, I guess it would be a Wednesday morning. Yeah, Wednesday morning. Can't remember if it's this one. One of these has, I want to say it was this one. Okay, I thought it was this one, but it's not. So one of these had, whenever you open the door like that, it goes to the external sound, like comes in, bleeds in. Really cool sounding. Anyway. Doris Vita, what's going on? How are ya? Yeah, I think honestly, it's just been unplugged and plugged so many times. I think they're shorting. They're just getting old. I mean, because I've had it for well over a year, but I mean, it's been plugged in, and I mean, and one thing is, it works in the PS4 controller, and it's got the short little dongle that you can hook it directly up to headset that goes over your eyes, so all 3 hook together and 1 cable comes down, you know, on your back. So that's why I originally got it, because I thought I might actually use it. turns out I didn't. But, you know, I didn't know that at the time. Did I do any more logging? No logging yet, Brian. I just had to, I don't know, I guess I got burned out of that stuff. Just had to give it a little bit of a break and just come back to farming. I kind of missed this part. Once I started doing stuff back with Raptor again, I just totally missed it again. I was like, man, I really need to get back and do some more of that. And not to mention, it was great doing it here with all of these wonderful mods, but then these maps have come out and just are incredible. That one, it might be that one, right? Oh, you know what? Yeah, I think I see what it is. Sorry, peeps. Oh man, there, Brian. Digital signboard. Yeah. Well, sure, man. Yeah, we'll do that. Alright, so here's what we'll do. Alright, so let's go ahead, let's hop out of that, leave it going. Hop in here. Let's crank her up. I didn't really notice this. Whoops. But you can see from the outside. See the rolling of coal. Anyway. Oh, look at there. Okay. Alright, so we'll set him up and then let's go ahead and step out of here. And let's go ahead and run back here to this guy and let's set him up. 25 and then we'll there we go. Alright, so now that guy should follow us. Maybe. Yep, there he comes. Yeah, well, if it's defective on the manufacturers, they'll they'll honor that. Right, let's see. All right, so we're going down to 16. So we got a couple different ways to get there. I think we'll be able to get to it to this way. So this is the one, okay, it does have a fence and it looks like this is the opening and awesome. Alright, well I didn't really plan that, but it worked out well. Alright, so let's see how things are here. To do this the old-fashioned way here. Alright, so we'll lower that and then we'll switch back to the back. I'm having to kind of do both of these because I didn't set all this stuff up on the steering wheel just see how I liked it. It actually turned out liking it, so I think I'll probably keep it. So here we've got, now these were Novacat. Now these things right here have a built-in windrower already, so once you cut you can lift one of these up just by running your mouse buttons up. So if you just wanted to roll things here and leave this out, or if you wanted to vice versa, if you wanted to pull the other one up and leave it like that, you could. Or you could just, you know, yank both of them up and just cut grass normal and then windrow it up, do whatever you want to. So I'm going to see if this one's going to cut in windrow. I think it will. It kind of cuts and then spits it up in here, so there's a little bit of elevation to it, but I think it's supposed to be that way. So let's go ahead, let's lower. Yeah, there it goes. Alright, so now we should be able to activate that. Activate that. Let's get in here and let's see what happens. Alright, so we should have, yep, so there it is right there in the middle. Alright, Alright, so that's that. So good. That part is at least working. So now we've got to go back and get our we got to get our old boy back here. We got to get him squared away. Alright, so we'll get in there. Alright, now we'll go ahead, we'll unfold this. Lower that. Activate it. We're gonna hope that this works. It's gonna be awesome if it does. Alright, so it looks like everything's in place there, so that's still running. Alright. Yeah, we'll see if this works. It'd be cool if it does. Then if it doesn't, I'm gonna be really disappointed. So we should see a little green turd pop out of the back of that thing here pretty shortly, and that's how we'll know if it's working. But he's following the track, so I'm surprised. I'm surprised. I shouldn't be, but I am surprised. That's awesome to see. So I wish Nick was in here to see his mower and stuff running. We'll have to do us a special like silage episode with everybody pulling these mowers. Good stuff. I mean, I love it when guys take it upon themselves to do things. Brian's offered to do some stuff and send some things my way. So much appreciation to you guys that do the little extra stuff that just make these streams a little bit more special. So there he is, Mr. Nick T. What's up, man? So we are sporting the let's check this setup out, bro. As I just run your mirror, I mean run your stuff all up into the fence. I wasn't paying attention. So anyway, here we go. Let's get back out. So we're got everything rolling here. We got the mowers going. It's actually spitting out bales in the back. So we've got a baler, and we've got the beautiful John Deere mowers that you did there with the windrowers on. So everything is working like a champ, man. Just thought you'd want to see that one. That is cool, man. That's good stuff there. And not to mention being able to get inside and do a little bit in here, being able to look over our shoulder here, it's awesome. Yeah, so these will be under the NovaCat mowers there, Greg. Just the default one. Now these are just reskinned, but the other ones look just like the red and yellow Pottinger NovaCats. But Nick T did a special one over on these and got our colors matched up here with this particular John Deere. So everything would match and look right. So that is awesome. Now we could set up auto load with a trailer and have the auto load trailer picking up all of our bales on the return pack trips. So I don't know, maybe we might be pushing the follow me mod. I always said in my console days I didn't really care. Two things I wanted to really test out and really operate and work a lot with: the GPS mod, which honestly I don't ever use it. I'm a pretty good judge of character at distance, and I just don't use it. I don't know. It just doesn't do anything for me. But the Follow Me mod, that was the one thing I really wanted, and it is awesome. It's living up to the hype. And I think, if I'm not mistaken, and Nick, you may be able to remember this. I'm not sure if it did or not, but I'm wanting to say that these mowers do have a passenger script, so you can ride shotgun down there in that little seat. You look funny as I'll get out. I mean, the characters in the passenger script are just hilarious. What semi is this? Yeah, man. What is going on, Raptor? Good to see you as always. So thanks for coming in and hanging out with us, man. Feel free to chat it up, guys. Everybody say hey to Raptor. Everybody go comment on his latest video and say FTG's the best. Nah, it's all good. Raptor's been a big time supporter, so I don't mind messing around here in a little bit of a late night live stream with him. So he's good for us. Thank you there, bud. Oh man, yeah, 20. I don't even keep up with him anymore. Can't believe the Follow Me mod's actually working this well. On his well, and you know what? And it's the good thing, JP. I mean, it's okay. And I mean, I know if he had a problem with it, he would always say it. But it's so cool that, and that's what I always say. And I always say in this chat, in the channels and stuff, especially when we do videos and do live streams and stuff tandemly with him. It's so cool that two communities can kind of coalesce together and can operate in the same space without there being a bunch of stuff. You know, I mean, obviously I'm not a 3 million subscriber YouTuber, but honestly, I don't think it would matter. Yeah, it's just the feeling to get. So we can do this and have the FTG United, and then I'll still sport that wrap pack whenever I can, and wherever we're doing trucking or whatever else that I can put that tag on there, just because it's okay to be in multiple communities, you know. And that's what I mean with TeamSpeak. And any of you guys that want to come out and support us, him, I'm a part of that group all as well as myself. He throws the support my way, and I try to do as much as I can to help out the community there and be an ambassador for good stuff that's going on over there. So I mean, you really can't complain with that. It's a great collection of ideas and a lot of collection of gamers over there. So there's a lot of good guys over there. I've had Nick T and Mansoor and Ryan T. I mean, Ryan has been over there as well. Chuck's been in. Of course, Chuck's working weird hours now, but it's good stuff. It's a really, really, really good community, and that all stops from the top down. So thank you there. Salute there to you, Raptor. Appreciate your support there, buddy. So I can't believe these little green turds are actually dropping like they're supposed to. This is great. Can't believe this is working. I didn't think I'd actually like the steering wheel, but this has probably made this one of the more fun episodes I think I've done. Being able to just go out and run a few things in here, being able to sport a few things, look at a couple different mods, look at grass cutting on this map versus did some canola. We going to be doing wheat. So this right here proves that if you're doing that, enabling the SWAT there, if you back your tractor up there far enough, they're going to be able to follow your line right through. So that, I guess as long as you're not doing a bunch of turning around, that's the only thing I think you're probably going to run into a problem with the Follow Me mod. But, like I said, I'm just testing with it now, so I've never even seen if any half of this stuff really works like it's supposed to. So I am tickled to death that's working like it should. It's great. Well, and you know what, JP? I'm gonna tell you what. I don't know if Raptor's still hanging around, but I literally pulled out a ton of his best live streams and literally just watched them. Yeah, he would be like, oh my God, it's I can't believe I got a soccer crazy kid on there. But I really liked the way he delivered a live stream, the way he commanded attention. So I mean, I've tried to pick up, and it's not just a carbon copy of what he does. There's other guys that I like how they've put live streams together, and I picked little pieces off of different ones because Raptor learned what he did from someone else. I've learned from him, and hopefully I can turn that into something that I can call my own, and hopefully people out there will look at me the same day one day. They'll look at me and say, hey man, I really love how he does this and how he does that. Is this what separates yourself as a streamer? If I came in and just literally was a carbon copy of Raptor, wouldn't you rather just have the original? And it's so great to be there and have support and to be able to do those things and be able to learn from people that are willing to teach you things, people that are willing to show you things. That's why, I could have a community of fans that all worship the ground I lived on, but that wouldn't be much fun for me. So one of these days, it's a great example is just a mentor there. And I know I'm saying, I hope he's still in chat, but I really mean those words. So publicly say them there on the chat, man. It's I do appreciate it. Support goes a long way, and he's more than willing to give that support out whenever it's asked, requested, or needed. And there's just not a lot of people out there that are willing to do that. So thank you. The follow me will stop. Well, we almost lapped it in the field, Brian, so I think we're going to be all right with this one. I'm not sure why, but we almost lapped it in the field back there, and man, eventually he caught up. I was like, wow, I can't I can't believe it. But we can cut grass a little faster than he can bale, so I think the turns right there is where he gets a little bit caught up. So, but just do the thing. Yeah, that's kind of our thing. That's probably what it's sitting there saying, just shut up, just do the thing. You know what I mean, Michael? Come on, man. Come on. Y'all come on. Let's get serious. I'm saying one day, you know, one day when this thing just completely, the cap blows off of it, you know, you'll have guys in there that, I mean, we see it with him, you know, you'll have the guys come in and literally it's just all they can do to barely get off of, you know, hey Raptor, that's all they can get out, you know, they're a little bit starstruck, they're excited, you know, because I mean, you never know how long they've been around. Well, look at that, Mr. Ross Johnson there, appreciate the subscription there with the big old tractor crank. So thank you there, buddy, appreciate that. Oh man, y'all are gonna take a good moment and you're all gonna flip and ruin it. So typical. So typical. Alright, sounds good, Brian. I hope you do a little better there on your ankles, so hope things get back to normal. And by the way, before you leave out of here, Full Tilled Farming is probably that email you want to send me. I saw I think you sent me a Twitter message. Yeah, just send it to the Full Tilled Farming at Gmail, and that one will be the best one. Yep. Well, and you know what? What goes around comes around, JP, and that's right, man. You can be one of those guys that comes in there, they take all that they can take, and then they walk out of there and they leave without literally saying nothing but a thank you, and even that. I mean, just in a short time, I've seen streamers come in there and do that mess, and you know, it comes down to a personal, you know, I guess your personal characters whether or not you do that. But yes, having that example laid before me, yes, you're exactly right. That's why I push Neb on here. That's why I push some things his way, and that's why I say, you know, guys that are really trying to do it and trying to keep up with good content. That's why I always say, you know, keep the content to yourself. Make sure that it's yours and yours alone. Make sure that you're doing your thing, and don't worry about what the other people are doing. And concentrate on putting good quality content out there, and making it your content. That's the most important thing. Let your content speak for itself. You know, don't let your mouth do it. And that's one thing, you know, I saw in Neb. You know, he come in there and he had a lot of nice things to say. He was a real big supporter of my channel and never really wanted me to shout him out, so I in return did the same things to him. So that's how this works, and that message has been laid out very nicely from me, and I will continue to do the same as this channel grows, and I have people that are still streaming or learning to stream or coming under that are just getting a start. I'll push that help along myself to them. What? Miss Jules, what is going on? Winter is coming. Now it's kind of weird. I couldn't say it like you. So welcome there. Jules is she's back with a vengeance here. She must have saw FTG on Farm Sim and was like, hey, I gotta go say hey. So what is up? She was one of our early watchers there when we were all the way back in console land. So she was one of our first set of actual moderators on the channel. So very cool to see you come back, Jules. So welcome back. We need to get you on PC and get you over here on TeamSpeak one day so we can do some farm stuff. Now that we're on PC, we need to do that. Oh, it's okay. Don't worry about it. Don't worry about it. It's quite okay. I know stuff comes up. People go places and people do things. It's quite okay. You don't ever have to apologize for that. Is that like a new tractor sound? Yes. So when people sub, it's a tractor cranking up. So yeah. Oh, nice. Been moving house and stuff. Very cool. Well, I hope you're doing well. It's great to see us. Thanks for coming in and hanging out with us. Well, good. Yeah, I love to see you come back here in live streams. I was always a joy to have you around. So welcome back. So we're doing a little bit of grass cutting. Those that may be just joining us here today, joining us here at this hour, whichever it is. We got the G7 up there. We've got us a mod tractor up there that's pulling New Holland, just this stock standard baler. But they're running some grass bales for us. So this is we'll have these stuck up for a little bit for the grass bales there for the cattle, and then we'll take and do some tethered bales. We'll run that as well, and there's some tethered out there that we'll be able to mix up for our TMR rations there for our cattle. So that'll be nice. We'll get all that stuff going, get some cows going, get some stuff over there, get some some of our other stuff, our animal mods, not mods, animal mods, but some of our other tractors and you get to doing some production. I think this map is going to be very conducive to have all the different crops out and putting some pigs out. So we may do pigs. I don't usually normally do them, but you know, we'll see where we come. I don't know. I've never really been a big fan of them. Usually I delete them out of the map and then kind of roll on with it from there. But we'll you know, we'll see. We may do them. I like this map a lot. This map also has some forestry on it, so we do have the option there for sawmill and selling off the actual milled pallets of lumber. So you know, you can take those out. You can sell the milk as well. That's part of this. So it's a little bit of a mini-ish economy mod. It's not anything like Pleasant Valley or Kyfhauser or any of those other ones that are just kind of like just completely just riddled with economy stuff in there. Hey, and what's up, MD Games, man? I don't know if I even got your subscription. I think I did, but if I didn't, thank you for subscribing. Appreciate that a lot. And let's see, let's do this real quick because I want to do this because I've spent a lot of time working this one out. Alright, yeah, so there's all of our stuff. So what are we, let's see, what are we sitting at now? So we've got, yeah, so sitting at 3105 now on our subscribers. So that's going up and up. So that's great to see. So welcome to all of our new subscribers today. Hope you guys continue to enjoy all the content here with FTG. And thanks there to our most recent donator, Mr. Michael Lee came in, gave us another $10 super chat today. And as well, thank you. I'll get your little name up there with our sponsor ticker there. But thanks to Mr. Greg, y'all see him in chat there with a special little icon by his name that separates him out. He is a new sponsor here of the channel. So you'll see right here, FTG News scrolling across the top there. We've got all of our ticker set up there with new news that we'll keep updated every stream. So if it's something worth putting up there, we certainly will put that up there. Or if I know some things are coming up, some cool shout outs that we can give some people birthdays and, you know, like legitimate birthdays that I actually know about, we may put some little fun messages up there just to have a little bit of fun with the news ticker up there that can start rolling some stuff. Other than that, Full Tilt there with Twitter, and as well as Full Tilt Gaming there with Facebook. And FTG United is our brand new Steam community, so go join there. I'm still figuring out a little bit of how to best utilize that service, but we'll be using that to make announcements on live streams. Now, the good thing about it is that YouTube is never ever going to send out 100% of my subscribers a notification. Even if they've requested one, they're still not going to send it out. It's really only going to go to about 15% of all the subscribers that I have, and that's on a good day. So what the Steam is going to allow us to hopefully do is be able to get 100% of those notifications out to everybody that wants one, that wants to subscribe into the Steam community. Now, if you're not in the Steam community and you're on console, then I don't really know what to do on that one. You know, Twitter's probably the best way for me to do it. I'm going to try to get better on announcing those streams earlier on. So if you're thumbing through, say an hour before, and you see, hey, FTG streaming tonight, I'm going to try to be a little bit more purposeful with my schedule. So just a few things that I'm working on to try to make the experience here a little bit better, because people are finally starting to get notifications, but there's a lot of times they still aren't getting them, and they're getting a little bit peeved at it and saying, well, I want to come watch, but I'm not even, you know, being let known that you're even doing anything. So it's unfortunate that's the way it is, but that's just YouTube right now. So we at some point too may go ahead and try to do a little bit of Twitch. I'm going to at least experiment with the platform some. I've already got it, so you can find me at Twitch at the very same exact screen name, Full Tilt Gaming, all one word, I believe, or you probably could separate it and you'll still find me. But you'll know because it's got the same exact cover channel art as our YouTube channel does now. So we've done all new art here for all of this. We've done all new stuff in for everything else. So if there's a place you guys want to go over there, and if you do watch people on Twitch and you want to watch me on Twitch, at some point I think we may just test the waters with it and see what our experience is with connection. Connection's actually been really great tonight. Speaking of which, let me go ahead and reset my output so our alerts and stuff update. You know, outside of that, you know, I think it'll be worth it for me to there we go, there goes chat box. I think it'll be worth just to test the waters and see how things are, and see if it's worth staying around with, or trying to do both of them and make this more of an informational channel. I've always wanted to do a lot of really cool mod videos and you know, teach people how to use stuff. Like today, we've been using the Rocat app, which is on my iPad Mini. And this thing can control everything in the tractor. That's, you know, your general stuff like your blinkers and your fold and unfolds, your activation and all this other stuff. So there's a lot of really good options for that mod. Works with ATS, ETS, all that. So I want to do a video on just setting all that stuff up, and so that may be something where live streams move to Twitch, and then I maybe say YouTube becomes my informational channel. I don't know. I mean, we're just going to be messing around with some things. So if you guys get funky notifications or any kind of something like that, and it's, well, I didn't know he did anything on Twitch. Well, I don't normally, but we may test the water. So that'll be something too. We can use the FTG news reel there. We can use that for that purpose as well. So, all right, let's go ahead and let's undo our stuff here. Let's all right, fold that up, and let's switch to our back side here. Let's raise this up, and we'll fold that up, turn it. There we go. Alright, so let's do that. That's folding up. Let's go ahead and hop out here. We'll leave that running, and we'll run back here to the T7, and we'll go ahead and let's see. How can I do this? Let's see. Alright, so we'll turn this off. Let's see. No, wait a minute. We can do a force unload. I got to see how I do this because I always forget. So I think this thing is going to do, let's deactivate the tool, and then let's force load and see what happens. Nothing. Unload. Nothing. Hey, and thank you there, of course. Appreciate your subscription. Alright, unload. Can't remember. There it goes. Alright, cool. Now we can go ahead and hop back in there, and let's cut. There we go. Now we'll go ahead and follow him back up to the farm. Yeah, it did, man. It did work. It worked well. I'm very surprised, actually. Let's just go ahead and exit out the bottom here. Oh, go there, Neb. Yeah, yeah, we don't have anything up on it. It's literally the skeleton and all the meat and bones there are there, all the social media and the tags and panels. I mean, I finished all the graphics up this past week so I could kind of solidify everything. So, oh, he's already behind me. All right, so all here is a little bit of our forestry area. So it's not nothing big over here, but we do have our forestry area. And look at there. Looks like the Rat Pack has already been in Oregon. They've already got the diner built. Right. There's some guys probably chuckling their heads off right now. And then so here is we'll just do a real quick peek here. I don't think we didn't really do much on this, but you've got wood chips over here. Now this is all just the dumpable places down here. So you got your biomass down here, so you can sell all your wood chips off. You got plenty of storage, but this is the actual Woodhaven sawmill. So you've got your dump your logs off here, and then these will produce, and you have to put in your wood chips over here. You have excess comes out here under this spout, and then you can see one log's there. But anyway, these things stack up and they form a very nice little a very nice sized pallet here, and you can take those off and sell those elsewhere. So pretty cool how they've worked that in together. So I'll be anxious to get a couple of saws out here, and we'll be doing a little bit of forestry. There's a couple different places on this map, and both of them are actually very pretty. Nice, JB. And Bert, is that Mieritz? Welcome, and I don't think I said I gave you a proper hello before, so if I didn't, there it is now. So thank you for hanging out with us for a bit. I guess now we can probably go. I think it's going to let me do that. All right, there we go. We'll go back full screen for us there. Kill some trees. Yeah, and that's the thing, man. You're doing the stuff like that on PC, it does give you the availability to, it gives you the availability to do that. Couldn't always do that elsewhere. All right, let's just trying to look here. Able IC. All much. There must not be any in this particular tractor. Okay, that's fine. It's a Lowe's and Home Depot. Yeah, man. There we go. I think the thing was dragging the ground. All right, so we're seeing we got quite a few. We let a few things die off here just so we could come back, reset all these fields, and start really kind of just start clean and start fresh. So it's been nice getting a nice good start here on Oregon Springs. Thank you there to big old Michael E, man, for the shout out on this map. I'm really liking it. It's a little bit hard to look at sometimes because it's like the textures are just so they're so HQ, so high quality. As Pinto would say, they're so dank and lit. They're really good, and I mean they're really sharp. But the contrast is really high. The colors are really bright and beautiful. So it's just you know, it takes a while to get used to it. But I like the way the fields are laid out. I mean, this is like I said, this is episode 2. Episode 1, we kind of did a little quicker, kind of just a run through of some of the bigger areas. I can't really wait to get into the cow area because that's kind of where I was going with all of this. We're just going to at least drive up in here. Can I get there from here? I think I can. We're just going to take a peek in here. No, I'm not. I was just kidding. Corner of the there we go. So I think, yeah, we can get there from here. So I thought we'd just come up here and just check out, especially if you weren't there for episode 1, just what all the cow area up here is. So as you can see, you got tons of good stuff up here. You got silo storage on the other side. Lots of you could do grass, you could do any of the stuff in here you want. Put your bales in here, which is what I was kind of thinking. We could run and run a couple of different stacks of bales over here to run our TMR ration machine out of. Got cows laying down. You've got all your food here. You've got water in the middle of the actual pasture. So once you come back over here, you have to drive through and then out to the middle of the pasture. And let's see if we can do that real quick without hitting anything. And then you can see it right here off to our 1 o'clock is the water trough. So you got to, it's kind of cool. I like how you got to actually go out there and do that. So let's tell you what, let's just hop out. We'll open up. There it goes. I forgot we'll have to see if old Follow Me makes it through there. Look at there, man. He like a champ. So we'll just turn it around and we'll go back. But this is going to be the main cow pasture here. So this is kind of very reminiscent of a Westbridge Hills, I think. Just the cow area and the cattle is just it's a huge area down here. But it's very well done. Does this map support seasons? You know, I don't know, Greg. My assumption would be yes, but I'm not sure. Well, yes, I would love to see it, Jules. That would be awesome. Jules, she always, every now and again, guys would, especially our new guys are saying, "Who is this Jules?" She would come down and do us on a console. She'd come down and join us, and I think then we were doing law folds and had a good time there. That was good. I enjoyed that. So it'll be nice to have you back on. I hear winter is kind of going away, and you know, spring and summer are kind of coming back in. So. A little inside joke there because she's got the perfect winter is coming Jon Snow accent, so I always had her say that on live stream. It probably got a few likes and it probably got us a few subscriptions. We're just not going to lie, right? That's probably what it was. It was not the content at all. Hey, what's going on? Straight Like Daddy and TY, how are you there, buddy? Hope you're doing well. Thank you guys for coming and hanging out with me tonight. It's the second straight night here at Farm Sim. I was thinking, you know, depending on what numbers do, it's going to be kind of a test in the waters again. Now that YouTube's run up sponsorships, as you can see, we've run that on the FTGU News there. So if you want to think it, you want to consider sponsor, if you don't even know what sponsors are, basically what a sponsor is $4.99 a month. It goes out just like a super chat, but it comes out and it's a reoccurring fee unless you stop it. Now you can stop it in your console there in YouTube under your account. You can stop super chat. I'm not sure super chats, but you can stop your sponsorships to anything. But it's something that comes out $5 every month, and all that $5 goes directly. I mean, just think of it as like an early. The first of each month, the super chat gets put out, and that's your divvy in for the month for supporting the channel, whatever goes. So it does come out just like that, and you, of course, you get the special little badge there. Greg is our first sponsor, so he is sporting that badge. He was our first sponsor for the evening and for the channel. So thank you there, Greg, for yours. But also all the other donations and PayPal, Streamlabs, and all the other things are all available. So you can still continue to use those if you want to. It's not forced, it's not ever required, but it's just something there that I think will be able to count on from month to month. Kind of like, you know, everyone kind of thinks about their subscribers as their kind of penny in the bank there as to, you know, how many guys that got on the channel, how many are doing X, Y, and Z. And sponsors is a good way for me to kind of give a little bit of merit to my job performance, what I'm doing, and be able to invest that money into bigger and better things here for the channel. Whatever that may be, and that could be t-shirts, it could be merchandise, because like I said before, we're actually going to buy those and have them in hand so that I can do giveaways and I can do other things just boom on the fly. Hey man, you've been here for a straight week, I'm sending you a t-shirt, email me your address, you know, those kind of things, just right off the cuff, just because you guys are awesome and you're showing up and you're being here every single stream. So there's just some of the ideas, some of the things I want to do, and all that takes money, and takes money that I'm, you know, work really hard for here on YouTube. And so that's what all of those kind of things would go to if you're ever curious. So so let me do, while I'm finishing up there, let me go ahead and get the follow me stopped on him. Well, I should say her. Let's go ahead and get that. So that way we can go ahead and hop back up there in our John Deere. Touche, Nick T. Touche. Yeah, AT&T has actually been pretty good today, or YouTube's been good. I think YouTube's been good today. I don't think my internet was really to blame the past couple of nights, because it wouldn't have come back like it did. So yeah, I'm glad maybe things are on the up and up there with YouTube. We're going to hope that they are. So we'll continue to monitor that and see how things are. So if you guys ever notice problems, you know, like I said in live streams before, you know, please just let me know. All right, so let's do that. Get that turned off here, and we'll get, I don't know where we'll put the baler. We might just, I don't know where we can stay. We might just put it over there. Put it over there in front of the seeder. Now, we've got a plethora of places we can start moving some of this stuff as we open up cows, and as we open up some other things. We will have plenty of opportunities here to throw some of these, you know, stuff like this, like a balers and some of the smaller end stuff. We have to put all that. We'll be able to put all that down in somewhere else instead of keeping it all here at our main farm. So we'll keep a couple tractors up here, you know, maybe cultivators, some seeders, and obviously our big old red truck. And once we do those things, that'll be we'll kind of get things filtered out here. It won't be quite so jam-packed. I feel like there's a lot of space, but I feel like there's also like a lot of wasted space as well. So yeah, well, that's the thing. I think every bit of the disconnections yesterday were all because of YouTube. All right, so let's go ahead and we get some of this put up here. We go and get our combines. We get all that stuff set up here. So there's that, and almost got most of this, so we'll just leave this here because we still got a little bit of canola left in this. Yeah, there we go. So that's okay. So that's there. We'll just leave that there. No sense in moving that out. That's there, and all right. So oh yeah. So this is the last thing here. So we've got cultivator. Let's go and take it back. Love this, man. These tires, this right here just kind of makes the steering wheel like worth it right here. Think about steering these big old tires through here. It's like a dang monster truck. Woo, let's cultivate some fields. Woo! So beautifully modeled though. Man, you can't go wrong with it. Even sounds better outside. I do have like the monster wides. You know, you can't get narrows. You get regular service tires on there. Double narrows, double wides. And I was like, yeah, it might be a little bit overkill. Yeah, it looks like he did maybe 1 or 2 more lines and he was done. Yeah, he didn't hang around too long. I knew he wouldn't, because that one field comes to a point. And, you know, every time you get to a point, the workers just stop. Like, oh, well, there's no more field. So it's, you know, especially when you start cutting, it's better just to cut a straight strip, and then let them harvest everything in and then clean your ends up when you're done. But I'll have to readjust that work style. What I did, just, it wasn't working. It wasn't going to work. So, but that's okay. I get back into things here on Farm Sims. Been good, but I've forgotten a little bit of the anomalies, of the stupid stuff that happens. Yeah, I do too, man. Well, I think Klaus. I really think Klaus is coming in at 19. I don't know, man. I've got a beat on that. I just feel like Klaus is coming. I don't know. We'll see, but you know, I could totally be proved wrong on that. But I know Kubota's a big DLC that was kind of leaked out. So I mean, I know Kubota's coming here soon, and then it's probably be that mid-year, maybe around Christmas DLC after the Platinum drops. So yeah, I'll be looking forward to it. I'm telling you, after 19 gets up, they starting releasing some of the stuff, I guarantee a class is going to be in there. I know they're keeping quiet on mum's the word now, but I bet they're going to drop the hammer. You hit the Bermuda Triangle, man. Ain't that the freaking truth? You are exactly right about that. Alright, so there's our John Deere, so we'll go ahead and leave him here. Go ahead and let him do his thing, and I think what I'm going to do, just kind of looking here, let's maybe do a little setup here for tomorrow, go and get things in the tank there. So there's 15 is growing in pretty good. 20 is going to get harvested out, so we're all the way down here at the corner of 17, which was already done. So that's wheat that's ready to harvest. Now 18 and 19 are good, but what I'm going to do is I'm going to go ahead and set this up and take this over to... let me look here, because I've got a couple of different fields that I want to look at, and one of these is right. Okay, so 23. I'm going to take this back over to the shop here, and we're just going to kind of cut back through. Yeah, I think that's what we're going to do. Moin Moin from Germany, Agrar and uns first friends. Willkommen im Livestream. Is it gonna let me come on? Am I back far enough? Oh, it might be this one. It's not gonna let me hook up. Huh, it sure look like it's not going to. Certainly not. Ah, there it goes. Alright, cool. Alright, so now let's see. Map wise, we need to... Alright, we can go down the road here, it's no problem. Ambition. Alright, so this is one of our new air cart mods. I think this is Russian. Oops, hang on. There we go. I think it's Russian text on there, I believe. Yeah, that or, you know, like a Czech language or something like that. But anyway, yeah, it's a great mod though. It actually works really well. It's got a nice spread on. It's not too big. It's not too cumbersome. The tank's not too big. So over and all, it's pretty decent. Sorry, my English is not so good. I have to figure out how to say neither is my German. I know I always grab the gear stick. I guess it's just that's just a little bit of habit there. So I might do a random kind of a random live stream on a map I saw today. I saw Johnny 7610. He's one of my buddies there on my FTG United list, and I saw him streaming a map today. It was absolutely insane. Ryan, I'm not sure if you're still around, but that was one there for you. Heading out, nice to be back. Yes, sounds great, Jules. Great to see you. Thanks for coming back and saying hey. Glad you're always welcome to come back. So, Agrar und First Friends, thank you for Dankeschön for your subscription. Much appreciated. Right, so here's back at our cattle. I think we're just gonna, yeah, so I just wanna make sure we're going right here. We'll spin around, we'll use the road here, and then we'll go up here and take a left and split the little lake there. I see Flint Rock Farms. It's cool. I mean, I like every one of these farms has a nice little name to it, but they're big, and there's lots of options there for, uh-oh. I think we just about spun her out. Let's see. Let me make sure. I don't feel like I went the right way. Nope. Okay, we did. All right, we're good. Yes, Stampenbach. Yes, a great map. Yes, 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 yes. I saw that one today. Johnny76 was running that map, and I was like, wow, I gotta check that map out because it's got a awesome forestry. The whole middle of the road, you gotta like drive up through here. So I thought, you know, that might be a cool place to just kind of camp off, do a random logging, you know, throw all our logging mods in there, just take off, go log some trees, go pull some stuff back out. But I thought that was really cool to see. I was like, well, we'll definitely have to do that one. I don't know if we'll do like a big drawn out series on it, but we'll definitely pull that one out just for a one step out. So here we are back in, yeah. Back here in this, so this should be 23. Yes, so this is 23. So we got everything there, so we'll go and get this up out of the road. So I think that is good to go. So all right, I think what we're going to do, guys, is we'll go ahead and cut things here. So as always, don't forget, actually let me throw this up there. Yeah, let's do, wait a minute, let's do this. Let's get us a little bit of music on the way out. There we go. So thank you guys for coming out and hanging out with us here with FTG. So I appreciate you guys coming and viewing the live stream. Thank you for all of our, we've got a few little subscriptions today. I said a few little subscriptions. I was thinking about Super Chats. So we got Super Chats today and our first big donor there, Mr. Greg Allen. So thank you there, Greg, for your subscription. Much appreciated again, and I will get you there here very shortly. We'll get you running across there as one of our sponsors. So thank you guys. I hope you've liked the new stream setup. We'll continue to keep working on it and keep adding in new games and new content here. So I'm making a decision sometime tomorrow about what we'll stream tomorrow. So we'll either do ATS tomorrow night, or we'll go ahead and run out. Some JCB. One of those two. I don't know. One of those we may run. I'm not exactly sure, but I like both of them, so we're going to do one of those. And we're going to do at least a couple of those this week, as well as return back to the farm here on Oregon Springs. So I hope you all enjoyed this episode. I've enjoyed doing it. We've kind of went a little bit longer than I wanted to tonight, but I had a good time farming and using the wheel, the G29 with the shifter, and as well using the Rocat app. So this is something that we're going to be doing a video on here soon. So if you want to use this, we'll have all the stuff and ready for you to be able to use this in your live streams as well, or to be able to use in your farms and what you're doing there. So it also goes to the ETS, ATS, and everything else that we're a part of here with FTG. So thank you guys for coming and hanging out. Oh, Agnar and uns first friends. Ich bin Germany. Yes, so I thought it was kind of funny. So yeah, and we've got our German friends coming in. I have a lot of Germany. I have a lot of German heritage. So anyway, yes, awesome. So thanks there to our top donator, Mr. Spencer Carver. Well, hopefully he can get him back around sometime. And our recent donations, latest subscriber. Thank you there, Agrar. And our subscriber goal 3108. So we are ticking up and away. So there's a special thanks there to Mr. Raptor coming in and hanging out with us a little bit in chat. Much appreciated, and much appreciative of your support. Greg, Neb, Ryan, Michael, Agrar, Jules, and everybody else here in chat. We will see you here on the next one. We'll see you here. We'll be streaming out tomorrow night. Other than that, guys, we will see you. Peace out.